3D, D.
The third dimension!
It's overrated.
Yeah, alright. Take it back. Let's go back to the 2D stream. Nope, I already have all the show list compiled for tonight. And I only picked 3D GBA games, as is the theme tonight, so we're stuck, we're committed. Hello, Charky. Hello, Johnny.
Hey, Cass.
Hello!
Welcome to the second stream of 2025. It'd be apropos if this was the third, but this is the second episode of the GBA in 3D. This is the show in which we play 3D GBA games. We've played some before. We're continuing to do so. And we have some stinkers tonight. Where other series that have covered 3D GBA games have talked about how they're technological marvels, the cutting-edge technology, how you might even say that some of them punch above their weight. This is the show where we punch down as hard as we can on hardworking developers, mock them, to say that their efforts were all wasted. Obviously, that's not our show either. We're going to look at these games, we're going to appreciate the technical, we're going to appreciate the gameplay, if there is gameplay to be appreciated, but we will not hold back if there are things in these games that warrant a little bit of the old, mockery, laughing at, so on and so forth. We're also going to get into a little bit of history, not like a whole history slideshow thing, but Johnny here, I had you hit the books.
Yeah.
Right before showtime, just to make sure you were up to date and on top of the story of at least one particular developer whose library we will be seeing a bit of tonight.
Yes.
That base will be covered. Speaking of covering bases, Charky Stream Snack.
Oh.
All right. Tonight's stream snack is Tennessee Pride sausage balls, which had last during the previous pinball stream, and these are good. No complaints on these. Glad to come back to them a second time. Tonight's drink is Celsius Cosmic Vibe Sparkling Fruit Punch Edition. So,
the vibes are cosmic.
Yeah, Celsius has a whole vibe line that I think is just supposed to be like multiple flavors mixed together. I don't know. Let us try this one. Fruit Punch.
Yeah, you don't write their ad copy.
Well,
shucks.
It's like if you had a cherry and you poked a hole with a needle and went like a balloon deflating. It's very deflated tasting.
That's a word you love to hear when describing food.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like cherry, a little bit of Concord grape, which I don't like, and a little bit of burnt, little notes of burnt.
Can I say, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
on the subject of fruits, I did have some Skittles last night. And I will confess, I have always confessed when I am wrong about things. Skittles do have distinct flavors. I was incorrect in my assertions on our previous stream.
Well, you know what? It's good. Maybe someday you'll learn to admit that you were wrong about other things, like Spec Ops being you say Spec Ops is a bad game, so maybe someday you'll learn to admit your mistakes there.
Yeah, and also admit that it's a pro-war game, that war is cool, as you claim, as you make, as put on the record. Yes.
I mean, it is. It is. We'll see it when we see it. John, you got anything to add?
I've not played any Spec Ops or the Skittles game. I was confused at first. I thought Cass was segueing into like a baseball theme segment I hadn't heard about. No, I just have some leftover Christmas cake with that brandy sauce again.
All right. Very good. I assume that will do it for the Stream Snack segment.
That'll do it, yeah.
Which means it is time to get into the games. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's my new transition sound. Do you like it? Uh, before we launch our first game, I'm going to launch a prototype. I'm going to launch a bit of a tech demo, if you will. Because we're going to talk a bit about and play a few games from one Ray Light Studios, who had a number of demos they were producing to demonstrate their capacity for 3D on the GBA. We're going to play what is perhaps the most infamous of that lot. But if you want to see all of them, I believe they are all compiled in this YouTube video here that I'm posting in chat and linking in the description and so forth. Including there's a Metal Gear Solid Hangar, like 3D render they did. I think they tried to do J.C. Denton from Deus Ex, just as like a 3D model that you could rotate and move around. But what we are going to play is an attempt to convert Resident Evil 2 to the Game Boy Advance, or the beginnings of what could be potentially a conversion of Resident Evil 2 to the Game Boy Advance. I'll just take charge of playing this first one.
Yeah. And yeah, worth knowing all these, all their like 3D tech demos in games run on their Blue Rose's 3D technology, as shown here. And also note, this was not commissioned by Capcom or anything like this.
Right.
Yeah, this was to potentially entice Capcom.
This was to see if they'd notice.
Yeah.
A bizarre.
Maybe we can sell this in
outskirts of an American suburb called.
They even got the voice acting in.
That the terrible disaster had been caused by.
And that picture of the broccoli from up above.
Toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated. For you, the Raccoon City Police.
The timing is a little off.
Immediately began investigation. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of
Well, Chris Speed reading this dossier.
And Jill Valentine, but the Umbrella Corporation.
He's got a teleprompter in front of him and it's moving way too fast.
Here we are.
Oh boy, my first day as a police officer.
Sure hope nothing goes wrong.
I do love his. I can only describe this as one way. His cocksure stride.
What's that meme of like the old cartoon and it's like the pirate guy and he's got like the swagger going for him?
Oh, do you mean the oh fuck, I can't remember the name of the movie. But yeah, it's the one with the funk music in it.
Yes. Whatever that may be. Hey, we have inventory. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that neat?
So,
yes,
from my recall, I don't think the inventory actually works. Or at least not completely.
Zombies.
Oh, I forgot how the zombies fall over in this.
Luis PSC says something that I was thinking, that the walk cycle feels like something from Alone in the Dark 1.
Yeah.
All comes around, full circle.
No lock-on in this, so that's a... unfortunate, especially when half my shots are fucking whiffing.
Just like Capcom USA wanted. Capcom USA at the time infamously kept removing or hiding the auto-aim to make the game harder so you couldn't beat it in rental time. Just
bring caution.
Just intentionally making their games worse.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of there. That screen's nothing but trouble.
I'll say in terms of like the color palette and things like that, this is pretty good conversion of these backgrounds to GBA.
Yeah, this is obviously impressive. Obviously not feature complete, finished, polished. Any of those words you would use to describe such a thing. But, you know, it's also not meant to be. Can I reload from this?
At certain angles, at certain distances and certain angles, Leon looks like he has like really cartoony bug eyes.
Let's see how close we can
Sometimes.
get. I guess that's as close as we could get. Oh! Skipped over the Kendo gun shop.
The store looks weird on the inside.
Maybe I can find some ammo to pick up. Maybe some items in the environment. Nope.
Oh, nope.
Good shot, though.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
got a little bit of cake.
Honestly, good textures for a Game Boy Advance game.
I mean, the fact we're saying
good
texture
everything.
at
This is-
all,
Yeah.
is-
Yeah.
It all depends on your skill. Go
What?
for broke.
Oh, I forgot about that bit.
I thought you were trolling us. I thought this was like pre-filmed or something like that, and you just inserted at the end.
Oh, they put a little bit of sweetness at the end there for Capcom.
So, a little more technologically advanced than the Resident Evil 2 conversion to the Tiger Gamecom that actually did come out, if not far less complete. But that's just a fun little thing. Obviously, this was not an item that went up for sale or meant to be played by anyone other than some Capcom executives. That being said, we'll close out of this now, and we will get to the first proper game tonight, brought to us by Raylight Studios. This is the first license they were actually able to secure. It is not a video game license. I mean, it's a license to produce a video game, but it is a video game based off of a cartoon, that cartoon being Ozzy and Drix. Remember Pneumosis Jones or Osmosis Jones? Pneumonia Jones?
Osmosis. I know the name. I never saw it.
Well, they had a cartoon, televised cartoon based on that movie, and that gave way to a game. This is a December 17th, 2003 release, developed by Raylight Studios, and published by Midway. And Johnny?
Yep.
I would appreciate you talking about the Blue Roses engine and Raylight Studios while Sharky plays the game, if you are ready and able for that, Sharky.
All right.
In that case, we'll have it up shortly.
Let's see.
Now, I had heard of the movie. I had never heard that there was a TV show about the movie.
Let this intro play out.
Oh, sure.
1 sec, sorry, I lost my
That was it.
Well,
that was
it
the
played
intro.
out.
Yep. So I've played this. I've toyed around with this before, and I will say this game absolutely, well and truly, technically impressive. This is a
Rotate these
fully
models.
3D platformer. I mean, not in terms of the perspective that you play it at, but in terms of the rendering. You'll see when we get in the game.
Let's see.
My
I do
name
know
is
that
Strepfinger. Oh,
I do know that Raylight actually put out a, I think it's Wing Commander Prophecy before this on the same engine.
yes, which
As well?
is also an impressive
Nick
one.
O'Teen.
Yeah, this text is not on screen long enough
Iron?
to do any voice acting here. We're just give up.
The city of Hector. Wouldn't it be the country of Hector or the
The world of Hector.
world of Hector?
And the Nation of Joe.
Do
I
you
do like
think
this
like
guitar.
do you think this kid ever went in for surgery and like the doc opened him up and like what the fuck?
What the hell is happening here?
Whoa, go guys, come over here, come see this. Bring the camera.
No, I mean, ostensibly, this is what's happening in all of our bodies at any moment in time.
Look at this portrait down the lower left. They're so off.
Yeah, it's, well, you know, and the sound is
I mean,
also what it is.
They put all their skill points into 3D.
And none anywhere else. Video Game King asks, who's driving the car?
Well, is Hector Japanese? Or
No, I do not believe so.
probably I don't know these characters' names. That would have been a good. Would have had a punchline if I knew which of these were Ozzy. The one on the right's Ozzy?
I think the one on the right is Ozzy.
Right. Voiced by
Someone.
oh god. Was it Chris Tucker or Chris Rock?
One of the
one of
two
the Chris's.
Chris's. So, 3D
Well, we're at an
platformer,
impasse.
which is a 2D platformer, but in 3D.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Chris
Wait,
Rock is a
like-
car lover.
How does my double jump work?
Badly.
Yeah, you don't say.
Classic.
So again, this is technically very impressive what they're doing here. Not quite as impressive as a game we will not be playing in the series, the Asterisk and Obelix game, which is a proper fully 3D action platformer. But I think that came out a little later than this did.
Yeah, that's 2004, and that was developed by VD Dev, who we will be seeing later on.
Yes, but for now, tell us a little bit about Raylight Studios, because I've held you off from it long enough here.
Unfortunately, I couldn't find much on them. It seems like there was much more info out there. I do have some info on some of those prototype stuff, though. In the video, there's a little bit of Resident Evil 1 tentacles, but Unseen64 actually has more photos of a Resident Evil 1 prototype. So they weren't just... They were really trying to get Capcom money. Here, I'll give the link to it.
Reach for the moon, as Capcom would say. Can I describe the controls a little bit real quick?
Please.
Because this double jump, I figured out this double jump, alright? So, you'll notice the double jump doesn't work for me a lot, but sometimes it does. That's because you can only double jump while you're ascending. If you hit the apex of your jump or you're going down, you can no longer double jump.
Okay, yeah, one of those.
There's a game we played recently that was an actual 3D platformer. What have we played recently?
God, what have we played recently?
Wasn't Madness. Madness was actually very nice about the double jump.
Yeah, we did a chance time recently. Might have been somewhere in there. Folks, go check out our old videos and tell us what game we're talking about. Did I start at the start again?
Yes, you did.
Johnny, why don't you tell us about...
Well, where did where did Raylight Studios come from? Where did they hail from?
Yes, they're Italian. They are still around.
Yes.
Good news on that. They actually have a game called The Awaken coming out at some point.
Not for the GBA, I imagine.
No. But yeah, let's have a look at their website, see how it looks still.
Well.
Mercifully, there was one of these at the bottom.
Okay, this may not be their website anymore. I'm not so sure.
Okay, I'm rewinding you.
Less merciful.
Yeah, so maybe they aren't around still.
Now, what I recall of this game, because I did make it further than you might think in a game of this ilk, of this quality, of this genre, you need to collect all the keys in a given stage to progress to the next screen. Which means that if you miss anything, it's all the way back to the beginning of the level, yeah.
I was going to say, about this game specifically, you know, Raylight, the whole thing was this engine and what it could do for 3D on a portable system. And then, like, one of their early games for it is a game that's the gameplay is entirely 2D and doesn't service the 3D in any way.
As a matter of fact, the 3D really fucks with this.
Yeah, the perspective is bizarre.
You'll also notice that you are going to miss shots with your weapon.
Oh, absolutely. I've missed plenty of shots at this point.
If this was a proper 2D plane, it would just be anything in front of you would just immediately get hit. But because there is some actual 3D and distortion and curvature to the stage here, don't worry, there is always a chance that your shot will just go left or right of what you're trying to hit, which is not good. That's what we would call a bad design.
So there is something like that in
you just missed a shot right there. And there.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's weird.
I was about to say there's something like that in Super Smash Bros. Melee, actually, with Yoshi. Since everything's in 3D, if you do a running grab with him and his grab is just his tongue, the tongue will just go behind certain characters because it's all 3D space. So they didn't account for it being a 2D fighting game in that sense.
Yeah. From what I could tell, see, I think your shot missed because you shot while your character was turning around, doing a 180, and that's why it missed.
I've had so many shots where I was like just sitting there shooting at them and they missed.
I don't know then.
Just try to double jump across the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to double jump.
if this was to straight up like a Crash Bandicoot clone and it swapped, like that game does between a side view and a, behind the back, front kind of thing.
See that?
I get it.
Yep.
That missed.
Yeah, so it is absolutely not what you said, Johnny, in this case.
Yeah, no.
And where the fuck do I go?
Across, but the game really doesn't want to let you. Also, the fact that you can't, like, kill anyone or remove them from the playfield, you can only temporarily stun them, also sucks.
Yeah.
Is it, like, use the trampoline to jump across?
That's what I'm thinking.
Horrible.
Yes. We may have found the part where we get stalemated here.
Okay, let me take control of this.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately used to this. Alright, let's backtrack a little bit. I know there's a key there, for one thing. Oh, well, there's nothing down there. Nothing up my sleeve there.
I know you've talked about was it mercenary devs in the past, Cass?
Yes.
And
oh, now they put a trampoline
definitely
there.
say with Ray Light, they're games they cared about. Like I said, Wind Commander on GBA does seem to be well regarded. This was probably we need money to fund all this.
Hey,
game.
Question.
Go ahead, ask your question.
Did that trampoline show up because you collected the key?
Yes, that's the impression that I get. And also, another cool thing about this perspective is I thought I could jump onto that track there, the one that we're now spiraling around.
Ooh.
So, I mean, just in case it needs to be said, this is one of the worst platformers you will ever play in your fucking life. This is one of the least functional fucking things that I've ever come across in my time playing video games, like, as a whole. This would be, like, absolutely inexcusable, if not for the fact that, hey, isn't it visually impressive? Isn't it neat that I can do this? It is presentation to the complete and utter detriment, annihilation of gameplay. It is a primo example of just because you can doesn't mean you should when it comes to pushing tech. Just the absolute, complete and utter lack of, like, proper prioritizing. I don't have enough negative words to say about this game, especially with how there's no camera control here. You think the one benefit of a perspective like this, of rendering your game in 3D, is that you could move the camera to better scope things out, but you can't, because it would break their 3D. It would break whatever trickery is accomplishing this and keeping the frame rate in the single digits that it's running at.
All that's a shame, but if you beat this level, you get 1 second of a King of Fighters fight. So that's cool.
No, we get something even better. We'll see if we get to it.
You're a hit away from...
There's something about this perspective as well that...
Fuck it, take the checkpoint.
Something's off about it as well. Just, like, it's not like Eye Strain hurts to look, but it's if I think about it too much. Like, they're definitely cheating the perspective here. It's a bit non-Euclidean.
Isn't Drix supposed to be, like, uphill, like medicine or something?
Ostensibly.
How long is his half-life? How long has he stayed in Hector's system?
Long-lasting, long-acting. Delayed release.
Very delayed. Like, maybe there's a thing that he's just on this med and, like, every day it's a new Drix.
That'd be fucked up.
Ozzy has to, like, fill him in on, like, okay, here's what last Drix did. By the way, you're my friend. All right.
Like a 51st Day situation. He just makes a VHS tape that he... Oh, I hate the jumping. I despise the jumping in this. I despise most of this, as it turns out.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That shot missed because you turned... But...
More stage!
Seamless. You know what this kind of reminds me of? A little bit.
Being tortured?
Pandemonium.
Sure.
Just a little. Pandemonium was probably better than this.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, there's tons of like 3D rendered but 2D gameplay platformers that do work well. You know, like Klonoa 1.
Fuck that.
Kirby 64. And, you know, as I mentioned, the Crash Bandicoot stages earlier.
Whoa.
Oh, cool.
Okay. It would have been funnier if you fell off the world because you were on the wrong
I jumped
part
over
of the 3D plane.
the start of the level or what have you.
Not enough people make their games bad as a joke.
The trampoline reminds me of the trampoline in Super Mario Brothers Special, which is say is completely broken. It's
Yeah. Also, I noticed where the loop in the background image is because it's misaligned.
Hey, they were 3D artists, not
There it
2D
is.
artists. Okay, look. Can't expect them to know how to do sprites or anything. Oh God. Yeah, the perspective on this, beyond the fact that it's like nauseating to look at to a certain extent, that's completely off kilter.
Yeah.
It's also
and very close in.
way too close in
Mm-hmm.
to facilitate all the platforming that you need to do here.
This is about everything you could get wrong in a platformer.
Mr. Taco says, I was looking up how many episodes the TV show had and found out there's an episode where Ozzy gets Mpreg.
Boss fight.
Yeah, just wanted to leave that with y'all.
Have you figured out the strategy here yet?
Mm-hmm.
You stun him, and then you jump on him.
I do like this guitar though.
This is nicotine, right? Is this kid smoking?
Put your flagello where we can see him.
Ozzy, don't tell him to flash us.
So one of the things you have to sacrifice to get this sort of 3D processing working, even with these 2D backgrounds in the case of these cutscenes, is the sound. Because the sound, it doesn't have a dedicated sound chip, right? The GBA.
Right.
So you just have to consume those cycles with, you have to eat into that budget. I think it's something we mentioned last time around.
You also have to reduce the amount of time text is on screen, apparently.
Yeah, that's a necessity. You might be able to save the mayor. Probably not. Probably not tonight, anyway.
I just like this song. It's really good. Like, yeah, what they're trying with these cutscenes, like, it's probably the best part.
If the cutscenes had just been in 3D, if that had been their trick,
Yeah.
and then maybe if the next level, we'll get to it in a sec. I gotta sneeze. Sorry.
We're gonna have to call the cops inside Cass's body to take care of this. Honestly, like, they just need to send Hector straight to the trauma center surgeons, right? The ones with, like, the magic powers.
Yeah.
I think that this is a them job at this point.
Leave the driving to Ozzy. 3D driving section.
Right.
Hot Wheels.
So this is functional.
Hector, did you swallow another Hot Wheels track?
Oh wait, you have to avoid the weird
I know, but it's impossible to because
I
there's
know,
not
but
enough space
there
on
was
the track.
There were so many of them, I assumed you had to get them. And then I realized, oh no, they're doing bad stuff to you.
Like, for what this is worth, it's not good. The track isn't wide enough, which is just a fundamental failure of design. It should be 4 lanes instead of 3. But, you know, this runs...
You know, people always say they want more lanes on the highway, but studies have shown that doesn't help.
Shut up! Fucking Adam ruins everything over here.
Yeah, let's go down Payne Central over here.
What's awesome is that you can't reverse.
Wait, what happened?
It warped us because I couldn't reverse out of that. That just counted as a game
okay.
over because I went in that direction, because I dared to make a right turn there.
I think you had no health left, and then you ran into one thing that damaged you, and that was it. It's hard to tell where your health is because it's almost the same color as the track.
Yeah. Also, I just realized we were bumping into the police repeatedly there. So you better cheese it.
You are the police. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the gimmick?
I assume, you know, ramming into a cop car repeatedly is still, like, illegal.
Still frowned upon.
It's hazing. Hey, I've heard what cop hazing is like. This is like nothing.
Alright, we'll go left this time.
At least the frame rate's a little better here.
Yeah. You can even pass by other parts of the track and see it like above or underneath you, or maybe it's just that one red line there that fooled me into thinking that part of the background. No, I think it might be. I think it might be that where there's like overlapping tracks on top of each other, like that pass above and around in spirals and whatnot. Them showing off a little bit. Doesn't make for a fun section, especially with the turn radius being as wretched as it is.
Yeah.
Professor Gascan says, "I love how this show is him going through Hector going through some medical emergency every single episode. If it went on long enough, there'd probably be an episode where it gets Legionnaire's disease."
Hey, guess what? It's restarted the fucking track again because I went forward instead of right, without any sort of way to tell that this was going to be a dead end.
Oh, so that is a straight up dead end, and not what I thought it was.
And that brings us to another boss fight.
Yes.
Vehicle-based boss fight. We have to play some bumper cars on the road. All right, I need him to get in front of us because we can't. We have to rear end him. That's the only way to damage him. Heal up. Try a pit maneuver on this guy. No. The hitbox only exists on the back, which means I have to stop dead in my tracks, wait for him to pass in front of us, and there we go.
Yay!
Drix, you didn't do anything, I think.
Yeah, Ozzy said he was driving. Yeah, he even credits Ozzy for driving there. I am one bad driver.
Ain't that the truth?
And just to show off the slightest bit of the other character in this game, because you do switch between the two characters between stages here. See, here he is.
So Hector, you're fighting trichinosis now. The boss of the first stage was nicotine, so this kid is smoking cigarettes and eating raw pork. Like, Ozzy, I think it's time to give it up. I don't think
it's a lost cause. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this guy's a lost cause.
So Ozzy doesn't have a double jump, but I think his gun is more effective in that it actually takes people out. Heartburn Hotel.
Heartburn Hotel.
I love that show. I love that animation. It's a crossover you all been waiting for. There's gonna be some demons popping up in a second. It's gonna be great. Huh? How am I supposed to get that key? Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god, there's like this wretched momentum when you're jumping off a moving platform. Oof.
Whoa, Jesus. Mean.
Ugh. Again.
Oh, apparently Hector's an adult? I thought Hector was like a kid or a young teen.
Oh, you know who he is? Isn't he fucking Bill Murray?
Maybe.
I think we're just assuming it's a kid because it's a kid's...
Okay, wait. No, I'm looking at this up. Hector Cruz is a 13-year-old Cuban-American teenage boy and one of the main characters in Ozzy and Drix.
Then who
he is a kid.
So, then what's Bill Murray's connection to all this? Why do I remember Bill Murray in... Maybe
Bill Murray was in it. Bill Murray was Frank DeFore? It's hard to read on this monitor.
Okay, I give up on this. This game is unfucking playable. This game is just obscenely bad to play.
Yeah.
There are no words to describe just how ill-conceived this whole thing is from top to bottom. Easily one of the worst things you'll ever play on the Game Boy Advance. But hey, isn't it technically impressive? And isn't that all that matters at the end of the day? They push the technology forward at the detriment of gameplay, and that's a win to me. That's what I consider.
Ozzy and Drix. I mean, I thought the driving segment was at least interesting. It'd be interesting, if they ever got a chance to do like just a racing game on the GBA. That'd be something.
Is that foreshadowing, my friend?
Yeah,
Well-
subtle too. Did you like it?
Yeah, we're not going to get there yet. We are going to get to a driving game, which, spoiler alert, most of the 3D GBA games are driving games. So, the first of many tonight.
I feel like the first episode had a lot of first-person shooters in it.
That's true. We have one of those tonight. But we'll get there when we get there. For now, Taxi 3. This is a 2003 release. I don't have a hard date on it. This is a French-only release. This is developed by Visual Impact and published by Ubisoft. This is a movie tie-in to a French movie. Have any of us seen Taxi 3?
No.
Of course not.
Nah, sorry.
I was going to ask, was there a Taxi 1 and 2 game, but no, movie. So...
Well, hopefully we'll learn everything we need to know about the first two movies and this movie in the course of the game.
Well, you know what? We're in the right season for this, because apparently the plot of this movie involves a gang dressed as Santa Clauses.
We're a little late. We're fashionably
A little late. We're just in the right ballpark of the season.
Oh, it was remade with Jimmy Fallon and Queen Latifah. Oh my god, so it's that Taxi? Do you remember that movie?
Now that you mention the actors, yeah.
Nah, thankfully,
Oh, there
no.
was there also was a Taxi 2 video game from Ubisoft.
Oh, look at that.
That's as much as it can cram on the cartridge. This game is so much fucking louder than the game we just played. Let me dial this in.
I like this song. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Hopefully this is a little more listenable for the folk at home. Who wants to play this one?
I'll give this a go.
All right. So, parlez-vous français?
Ju-
Oh, well, I know what that means.
Options is the universal language.
Alright.
Keep it on
Yes.
automatic.
I'll go with automatique.
C'est le cata, je suis encore à la bois, Lily m'attend. And so on and so forth.
Nope.
The detour.
I technically got a passing grade in French, but I didn't really get any of that.
I took French for like a semester, but I didn't pay attention to anything, and I think I dropped out of college partway through, so...
Yeah, it used to be a mandatory course in the UK.
My mandatory course in high school was fucking Latin, so that lot of good that did me.
3D world. 2D sprites. Like, you can see that the taxi and all the other vehicles on the road are...
Yeah.
Though the effect is convincing enough as you pass by people.
Also, the buildings you're driving towards must be like 10 miles tall. Good? Good?
I think we're going to a mansion.
We could have some sort of waypoints. Oh, there
okay,
they
well,
are.
we have...
This one's on the list because it is one of the lowest rated GBA games, critically, aggregate speaking.
No?
Your meter on the right's filling up.
Yeah, I just have to sit here.
Oh, you're getting gas. I always...
excuse me, we're getting petrol.
that's right. No, it's France. What do they call it in France?
Actually, yeah, I don't know. Shit.
Gasolina.
I really never
Whoa!
I really have never liked in games where things like gas for your car or batteries for your flashlight just drain at like a ridiculous rate. It always takes me out of it.
Wait, is this truck 3D in front of us?
No, I don't think
No,
so.
I think it's like just a series of sprites.
Because it had a full-on profile view too, which impressed me for a second.
I think it's like working on Mario Kart 64 rules, where it's just a series of sprites based on where you look at it.
Yeah, that's
See, that
probable.
I did the Charky drift.
The
Oh, he did
360
the full
degree.
360?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pushing it. We're gonna call that the Charky.
Mission a compile.
I'm loving all this real footage they're putting in here, though.
It's like
We're
we're
gonna have
playing the movie.
We're gonna have to take 2 levels out to make it fit, though.
Well worth it. Dom
Lily
1.
Installed a spoiler on the taxi, I guess.
Ooh.
And
And
nitros.
he has some nitrous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Mediocre. What?
Well, you're supposed to do it in a
Yeah.
minute 20. You did it in a minute 46.
Content, no.
Alright, there's your password.
Porcupine, essay. No. Oh, principal. Alright. Oh, yeah, there's the spoiler.
Oh, Magnificent Scoops in chat, I think, actually has a real translation. Lily got her flowers. I love her. A real Don Juan.
Okay, so you're not trying to find someone named Don Juan.
That was a cool rotating 3D car, though.
Got a special client.
Oh,
You need to get to the
wow.
airport.
I think the first line might be like, "Oh, do something for me," or a special client. Yeah,
I see the word
everyone.
airport. That's all I need.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so if I love the meter. So
Why didn't they, when they made the Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon movie, the remake, they should have taken this game and just put a new coat of paint on it, replaced the cutscenes with clips from that movie?
when did that movie come out?
That's a good question.
It came out in 2000. Huh, wait a minute. 2004. So, okay, it would have been in the
Yeah, that would have
GBA
been
era
acceptable.
still.
That would have been within bounds.
Yeah. Yeah, weirdly not heard of that movie. I gotta say, I really love the Atari 2600 quality, like, car sounds.
Oh, yeah. I read a YouTube comment that claimed this was ripped from Taxi 2 on the Game Boy Color
Yeah, I'd believe it.
to confirm that there was a previous Taxi game.
That was a 2000 release.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say it. You said this was like one of the worst rated Game Boy Advance games.
Checkpoint.
This is fine.
Yeah,
This
I
is,
had the hunch.
This is better than Cruising. This is a lot better than Cruising.
Oh, my bar for GBA driving games is like through the fucking floor at this point after that Midnight Club game we played.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, that was a real eye-opener.
That wasn't even in 3D. They fucked it up.
Yeah.
Magic Meows in chat says, this seems so boring, though. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I do have nitrous.
Listen,
I just haven't figured
it's-
out how to activate it yet.
Listen, it's French. It's sophisticated.
Oh, when you get going, though, you really get going.
This is a mature taxi simulator.
Oh. Well, I was going.
I need foodies in the chat as I drink this Celsius Cosmic Vibe. Is there a better word for how something a drink would taste besides burnt? Because it tastes burnt. I just don't know if there's a better word for it.
Oh, there were 6 jumps there. I missed them. You know, can you rewind me?
Yeah, I'll give you this one.
Do you think those are sick jumps, or do you think those are
Speed bumps.
weird roadblock?
Oh, combine the 2 moves.
Oh, yeah.
If only.
Underwhelmed says Smokey, by the way.
Smoky. Okay, that would do it.
Oh, yeah. I assume that red meter is supposed to be nitrous, but maybe it's not.
I can
Now,
tell you have a
that-
time limit in the top left corner. So.
Yeah. Hold on,
This
let me
begs
do
the drive through the bus lane the wrong way. It's okay. I'm driving through the sub lane. I want to get
Yeah.
a sandwich.
I don't play by the rules.
taxi drivers must die, as the song goes.
Hey, look at that. We can reverse. Oh.
Game over. Temps to passe.
Yeah. But yeah, that seems totally fine.
I mean, you
That's
failed
three
the
credits.
second level because...
Well,
I'm giving
part
it
of
a
the
shot.
reason might have been because Bag was like, "Oh, I want to hit that sick ramp."
Oh. Oh no, I burnt out. Okay, so there is some time into the start you have to worry about. I still think I might be missing something mechanically because there's that red meter. And I do remember, like, Nitros. Nah, select is that. Let's be hide on screen.
Not that many buttons on a Game Boy Advance. D-pad up.
Skip getting the gas. You need to skip getting the gas, other you will run out of time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And D-pad up,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Hold on, let me do it. There we go. Oh, yep. There it is. Back it up.
Bad
back it up.
timing on it.
I do like the music. Pretty good, like, digitized samples. A lot better than Ozzy.
To be
Advantage.
sure. The use of samples definitely goes a long way. Is that
But
an efficient use of nitro? Who's to say?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
recharges at the very least. So you got that
No,
going for you.
Yeah, though the, like, 8-bit car noises are really jarring with the rest of this.
You want good car noises, or you want actual clips from the movie? Pick.
Oh, yeah.
One or the other.
You know?
Do you remember how they used to sell, like, episodes of SpongeBob for the Game Boy Advance?
Yeah, Game Boy Advance video, baby.
Yeah, I didn't know about those at the time, but oh, that would have been amazing for Kid Me. Okay, now I do need a refuel.
You can't fill it up, though.
Yeah, these prices are just that.
Yes. Go, go, go!
Alright, got it.
Go!
People in chat saying just straight up Atari 2600 driving sound. Yeah, no, absolutely. I believe in you.
Alright. Made it farther than you ever made it before.
Yeah.
By this point.
Yeah, they're actually pretty forgiving about hitting the curb here, where you just kind of grind along it. You don't.
Matter of necessity,
Come
I
to a-
imagine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but we've played ones where you would just go to a dead stop or
Right.
ricochet off.
I feel like this is a pretty steep difficulty spike
Yeah.
for level 2.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, fuck this game.
I didn't mind it though.
But you couldn't pass the second level of it.
Yeah, but I wasn't like that upset about not passing it.
Ever the optimist. That's gonna do it for Taxi 3, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Speaking of threes, though, our third
Aha.
game tonight
Oh,
is SSX 3.
I didn't know. This is the same developer.
Yeah, this is another visual impact banger, this time published by EA Sports. Big! This was released November 11th of 2003. Let's get it loaded up and we'll take some turns on this one.
Yeah.
Did we have a snowboarding game last time too?
Yes, SSX Tricky.
That's right, I played that one.
Yeah. So this one is different, unlike the first one where it was like that very basic 3D rendered course with 2D sprites. This is fully 3D this time.
Oh boy.
And I think arguably it is better? I think better question mark is the only way I can put it. But
I'll leave
yeah,
that
if
to you two to determine as you take turns
Yeah,
on
if
this
you
one.
give this a go, Charky. I'm very
Alrighty.
familiar with this one already.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I want to see you do it. I want to see. You know what? We'll show somebody who doesn't know what they're doing first, and then you do it.
And we've, I should warn you, we've got licensed Okay, I don't know if licensed music's the right term. We got licensed
No.
samples from music.
Cass, do you have your GameCube hooked up to the?
Yeah, of course. You know it.
Okay.
You know, I actually don't know what that does. I wonder if it just unlocks something.
All right, who we got? We got Kaori. We got Allegra, because if you have allergies. We got Simon.
Yeah, my
We
boy
got
Simon.
Zoe. We got Griff. Mac. Elise. Moby. Nate.
Viggo Mortensen. You
Yep.
know they had celebrities in this.
I always forget who I generally play as in these. I'm gonna go. They all have the same fucking stats. So I'll
Yeah, it
go
doesn't
with,
matter.
Yeah,
I'll go with Zoe. I like that name.
yeah, that's Zoe Payne.
I know I'm not gonna get anything, but I want to see.
Yep.
Oh, there's a.
Stats associated with the outfits. So you
Yeah.
can't preview the outfits at all.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
But heck, multiple outfits. Again, the original, the previous SSX on Game Boy Advance was 2D sprites, so you didn't have any options like that.
All right. Well, let's go for it. Wait, writer profile, real quick. 5'6", aka Royal Pain. Her blood type B negative.
The word,
Yeah.
less talk, more writing. That's not a word. That's 4 words. Get the shit out of here.
I was kind of hoping there'd be like a full-on paragraph, like raised in an orphanage.
No.
Snow locked. All right, well, let's just go for the one that we have unlocked.
Okay, yeah, you want to vent. No, big challenge mode in the console version was you could free skate down various parts of the mountain.
Yeah.
And there would be pickup challenges you could do, kind of like you were playing like a Tony Hawk Underground, and you were just doing missions that way. So the fact again they try to put that in. So the reason I always say this is better question mark is because it's doing a lot more than that first one. But it also runs at like a quarter of the frame rate.
Already, it is like far easier to build up
Yes.
meter than that first one, which we never fucking did. I'm definitely gonna wipe here. Oh no.
Forgiving?
Yeah, no, it's very hard to build meter in Tricky.
Video Game King asks, why does this game have blood types? It wasn't made by a Japanese team or Japanese players as far as I know. It's in case you get decimated by the mountain, in case you get torn apart by rocks.
Yeah.
they want to know. They want to have a quick, like, for the blood donation.
I've never understood like what the blood types were supposed to be. Like, which is to say, I've never learned.
Personality
Never
types.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no, I know that. I meant individually, what's supposed to like line up with what. I also don't know what my blood type is.
Yeah, I don't know mine either, actually, now that you mention it.
I had mine tested. I'm B positive. So you were right, Cass. Always the optimist. Do you like this Executioner song? Or is this...
Is that what this is? Is this
I
a
think
song?
so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think SSX3.
Oh, no, sorry.
Depending.
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think depending on the day you ask, SSX3 might be my favorite of the SSX games. Like
Heck,
other days,
yeah.
it would be the the PS3 era one, which I did really like. I know that wasn't everyone's favorite, but
There is bits about it I really liked, but it was a bit of a mixed bag. No, honestly, SSX3 is my favorite extreme sports game. Hey, look at that alien dude! I don't think that's a real alien. I think it's supposed to be like a blimp, blow-up balloon.
Well, you lost your lead.
Yeah.
I did significantly.
So
What'd you
I will
do
say,
wrong?
Whoops.
Oh.
And that's what that looks like. Listen, I'm just here for the cash that people dropped on this mountain.
Whatever's falling out of their wallets.
yeah.
Who needs
I haven't
prize
played
money?
this. I haven't played this one long enough to know. I am curious how much better your spin speed can get, because for an SSX game, that is shockingly
Very
slow.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is very slow. Well,
Well, at least that
Nope.
guy ate shit too.
Yeah. Also, just for the record, this is not the layout of this level in the console version, but it does kind of give the same vibes.
It evokes it at the very
Oh.
least.
You see that?
the plane.
Yeah.
You know, they really nailed the fact that both levels in either game are snow mountains. There's snow on the ground, in trees.
I love the music so much.
Sick combo. That single trick you did.
Last place.
But yeah, like there's actual depth. There was an upper path there. It's not just like the weird kind of California Games skateboarding tunnel that the first one was.
I can't tell what these things are right here. Like I thought those were logs that I was trying to avoid.
But I think they're icy, so you could just skate over them.
Okay. I was trying to see, is there a way I can just go faster?
Whoa!
Whoa!
Billboarding
Yeah,
error
like,
there.
Yeah, that's the danger.
Items on the side of the track are just getting stuck on the camera, being dragged along.
It's
Really
the
cold
danger
out.
of
They're freezing stuck to it.
That's just the risk with the third dimension you take.
Is the idea that you're supposed to lose these races but just like grind out money
No.
and then become good enough to win? I think after I completely biff this race, it's time for the expert to come in
Yeah.
and do it.
Yeah, part time on this track was like 2 minutes 38 seconds. I don't see how that's achievable. But
Yeah,
you know, an expert will show us the way.
I'm going to assume I'm doing something wrong. I wonder if you'd have like a better character if you just went into quick play instead of career. If they just give you someone who has stats.
I want to say no. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think they do.
Ugh. That perspective was a little sickening. Vertical camera move there. An attempt at like top down as you were grinding that rail. Oh my God, are you snowboarding down to the center of the earth? How long is this fucking track?
Yeah.
It's a whole mountain.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not. We saw the preview screen.
It's definitely not. Yeah, this is... I think even if you were going fast, I don't know how you would do this in under 3 minutes.
Was par under 3 minutes?
yes, it was 2 minutes 38 seconds.
Oh, there we go.
Everyone down at the finish line is like calling it in, like, did they die? Did they crash? Did they get like
I'm here.
lost on the track?
I always love those stories of like people who run marathons and then finish them in like several days, but they do finish them, so it still counts.
You did not qualify for the next round.
Nope. Jeremy, though. Jeremy's really good.
Jeremy
But we
has
got some cash.
spoken.
All right.
I think I'm right that you just grind out money.
Nope, because they have you doing the same race immediately again. All right,
But
Johnny,
I
you
did
take
earn
this one.
money.
Yeah.
Draco's
Yeah,
on with a good
yeah.
question. How can you do the stage in 2 minutes when the game runs at like 5 frames per second?
Hey, Griff. Yeah.
There you go. Got your boost.
Dodge that money, though.
Yeah, maybe I just wasn't doing enough tricks to try and build up
Yeah.
my boost. I feel like I didn't have a lot of opportunity. I mean, I had some, but I feel like I didn't want to do like flatland tricks.
Now that you are in control of this is moving like appropriately fast. I mean, not in terms of frame rate, but
No. Whoops. That was not intentional.
Are you holding up on the D-pad?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's what I was doing too.
Yeah, see, if I stop, yeah, you see a crouch there.
oh, you gotta get that
You
lightning
do,
bolt.
you do want these, yeah.
That didn't seem to build up your boost meter though.
No, if I remember right, they just give you better speed, like as if you had boost.
Don't go out of bounds. I wonder if that's even possible.
Yeah.
Not that I'm asking you to find out right now.
Yeah. Ooh. Like, despite the low frame rate, there is a decent sense of speed when you get up to it.
And when you're past other racers, when there's
Yeah.
no other racers on the screen taking the frame rates.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there, though. I went up going really slow there. Ah!
Was I not holding up while I was doing this? I could have sworn it. Oh well.
Are you also
'Cause you're
holding down
going,
like the
like-
jump button or something?
No, because if you hold
I
jump,
tried-
you can't really turn as much.
Yeah. Like I tried that at one point. I don't think I had a chance to comment on it, but like I think like preloading your jumps is not a way to go faster.
Yeah, Tony Hawk has conditioned me to always be
Yeah.
like holding down Ollie.
Yeah, no, that's not how SSX does it, typically. Okay, and yeah, like a console SSX, I think you get best speed boosted on rails. Like, yeah, if this didn't run at... God, this must be single digit. I can't imagine this is more than 10 FPS.
It could be fluctuating. I mean, it's definitely like a variable frame rate, but it's hovering around the 10 frame per second marker.
Yeah.
Hit Digital Foundry on the case.
Yeah. Comparison of SSX3 on consoles to Game Boy Advance.
Also, I think if you mash buttons, you might get up quicker. Oh, no!
Oh, you're gonna make me rewind this, aren't you?
No, hold on.
You have like 15 seconds to demonstrate you can get back in the first place.
Money.
Oh, you gotta get on that rail. No.
Oh.
Can
That
you?
part-time must be with full stats, surely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we've still got quite a bit of the track.
Yeah, I'm not
left.
particularly confident right now. I'm sad to say. I'm losing my mind listening to the song, by the way, too.
Yeah.
In case that needs to
I
be
was,
said.
That
I
reminds
was
me.
in this club.
Yeah.
Just the
Funny
other
enough,
day.
So was I. Yeah. Saw the execution. It was nuts.
And don't forget the Joker.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this game goes through a lot of, choices that, I probably would have made. Also, I probably would have said, I don't know if this game needs a Game Boy Advance port.
Just because they could doesn't mean you know the rest. All right, good job getting back in first. Now don't screw it up.
There is more than this song in this game, I swear.
Yeah, the next stage has verse 2.
Oh, yeah. End credits has the chorus. There we go.
Hell yeah.
All
You
right,
have qualified.
so this is how SSX works. So I'm going to show it quick and then try and find a different course.
I don't think you're gonna find a different course. Well, maybe you might find one.
Let's see.
Yeah, okay, it looks like there's
Yeah,
some
yeah.
other stuff.
Okay, so we
Slope
have...
style.
Dysfunction
Yeah, yeah.
Junction.
Yeah, I'll just do this. We won't bother with the event. And yeah, this is them trying to replicate the cutscenes from the console game.
Yeah, I remember these.
Yeah.
She's tired. Don't wake her up.
Like, they really go for this. But I really can't think of a reason you would play this game. So yeah, so this would be the... Oh, you know what? You asked.
If you're a snowboarding freak, and you just want like some version of that on the go.
Then, get the PSP game.
Well, it was 2003
Yeah.
in this scenario, in this imaginary, in this hypothetical I'm putting
Yeah.
together.
Do you know what? Okay, let's see if we can do an Uber trick, and then we'll move on.
Oh,
Whoa! Oh, that was weird. What? I don't know what happened there.
like the color temperature completely changed, which means that, like the palette changed.
Oh,
Was it like a little mini objective?
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what the big challenges
Ooh.
are.
Track is
I feel
definitely
like
more
I've-
elaborate.
I feel like I had to have asked you this before, and it was probably the last time we did one of these, but Johnny, have you played Steep?
A little bit. It's one I've always meant to go back to. Ooh, where am I?
Inside the trees. That's
Yeah,
where.
I didn't ever play the full game, just the open betas. I do own it somewhere. But I messed around.
I really liked Steep. Not so much Riders Republic, which was like, I guess, the follow-up to Steep.
See, that's funny because I messed with the open beta for that, and I really liked the Riders Republic.
What was the one on Steam that I don't think ever got finished? There's one that like
Snow?
launched in early access. Yeah, I had that for a minute and played like a minute of it too to boot, and remember like, oh, I don't really care for these snowboarding games, personally speaking.
Okay.
It's like people complain about the downhill jams in Tony Hawk, and this is like, what if an entire game was downhill?
Nope. Just
What are
curious
you
if
looking
there's.
for?
Okay, I was trying to figure out if there was any way
To look at
see
controls.
how to do tricks. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get your instruction manual out.
Chef Chelios asks, did you guys like Amped
There we go.
and Cool Borders?
Whee!
I really liked Amped. I forget which ones I played, but I really did like them. Cool Borders, I've actually never played.
I had a demo disc for Cool Borders. I always really liked them, but this was back in the day where if your local store didn't have them, then you didn't get the game. And Amped is Amped free for me. It's the only one I've played, which is a crazy experience. Okay, I think I did an Uber trick and fell, so I think that's that's probably it for this one.
That's gonna do it for SSX
Yeah.
Triple.
Yeah.
All right, that is fair. Thank you for that. We move along, and unfortunately, this next one, I believe, is my responsibility. I think we've played it before in one of our segments as well, but you can't have a 3D GBA stream without playing at least a little bit of Star Wars Flight of the Falcon. We've only gotten written about this game. badgamehallofame.com/star-wars that -flight -of-the- Falcon. This was developed by Pocket Studios. They who also did the Alone in the Dark, the new Nightmare conversion to the Game Boy Color.
Hell yeah.
This released November 18th of 2003, was published by THQ. This one is rough, to say the least. I'm gonna need one of you to look up some passwords for me. I want one of you to get me into episode 5 instead of starting with episode 4 or wherever this game starts, just so we can see a different set of levels from the last time we played this.
Mm-hmm. Yep, level password 8TV2.
Well, wait for me to get to the password screen. I don't have any sort of short-term memory, so...
Oh, okay, fair enough.
This is another one of those technologically impressive but utterly pointless games. I'm just tweaking volume in the background a little bit here.
I like that touch screen. Just 3 images. It's like, yo, Star Wars shit. Bam, bam, bam.
This game has some wonky-ass level select. You can't select your levels even if you use like passwords to unlock everything, right?
Yeah,
you have to
apparently there is
choose
a-
the start of an episode.
Weird. Alright, yeah, so this is 8TV2.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did notice there were unlock all level passwords as well.
Let's see where it starts us in episode 5. Okay, so if we go back to episode 4, would this start us just directly in the trench run? Or let's see what happens. No, this is just the beginning of episode 4. And look at this little scan line effect they have for when you scroll through lines of text. Quick confirm. Yeah, we want to do episode 5. An asteroid field level. This will be good. This will be good for showcasing some of how the 3D works in this particular game. Remember, I have played this entire thing before and written about it in depth, and had hoped I would never do that again, but that's the penalty you pay for running a show of this nature. So there
Damn,
is some 3D casting on that rock. It's not just
Yeah,
2D sprites.
Oh, yeah. I remember this game.
Now, I don't have depth perception on the best of days, but this game really tests trying to gauge distance with how far or close anything on the screen at any moment in time is. And when there's asteroids in particular, which are you're entirely liable to crash into.
Yeah, I don't think stereo blindness is the issue with this one. I because I'm having a trouble passing any of this either. And just the color as well. Like, obviously it's an asteroid field, I get it, but then the background they chose is the same shade, and all the ships are like.
What did it crash
metal
into?
gray.
Hey, what did I crash into there? Was it the asteroid in front of me? Was it the bottom of this asteroid that I looked like I was clearing there? Who's to say?
Yep, no.
Yeah, no idea. Now, if you can find all the 4 warp gates and fly through them, then you can skip straight to Katina.
We were playing that the other day. What was the name of that? Starship Centauri Alpha, the decompilation project for Star Fox 64, the version that just runs natively on your operating system of choice. That was sick as hell. This is not.
The
we were
frame
playing
rate as well.
We were playing it side by side. You were playing the that decompiled thing, and I was playing the 3DS version. 3DS version, that the way I was playing it didn't like those warp zones, and fucked with the graphics to the point where it was unplayable.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Almost as unfortunate as this, but not quite.
Yeah, this is hard to look at.
Oh,
legitimately.
yeah. What's even better is when they start having enemies like appear behind you in some of the stages, which you have absolutely no way to. Yeah, like right there.
Like those.
They can crash into you. They can just rear end you with no recourse on your parts. I think you can speed up and slow down with L and R. Yes. So let's try speeding this up a little bit.
How would you even tell?
Yeah, therein lies the rub. And just the amount of damage I'm taking.
Yeah.
We
I
do
was
have
talking
bombs.
I was talking about SSX freeze frame rate, and now I'm.
What is this gray thing I'm shooting at? What is this? Huh? A pardon? Oh, that was just me running out of health and someone rear-ending me, as mentioned before. That is liable to happen. I would love to know what that gray square is. Is that a TIE fighter I meant to shoot? No, those gray squares are TIE fighters I'm meant to shoot. Can you tell the difference from this distance with this resolution? Oh, and by the way, when you lose, you start the entire level over again. There's no mid-level checkpoints anywhere in this game.
They're mid-episode checkpoints, at least.
Yeah, every level in an episode, and there's like between 3 and 5 for each episode, I think.
See, we talked about the whole, they thought of the could and not the should. The thing I always want to, try and figure out is why they even attempted and did this, outside of just like an attempt to prove, we can do this 3D. We can't make it good or fun to play.
Do you think it's possibly like people higher up, like making promises that they didn't know if the team could actually do or not?
No,
we could do this.
What I think it is people bidding for contracts. Is what it is. Is a studio suggests, hey, we are technical wizards. We need to get a contract. We need to be developing something. We want to develop a Star Wars game. We can make it in 3D. All these other developers you're working with, or they'll say like, hey, you got that Rogue Squadron series, right? Those 3D shooters on the GameCube. I know you don't have the license for that, but we can do something like that. We can give you a version of that, something that hits up that kind of rush.
That's kind of what I was saying. Was like someone like going for a contract saying like, hey, we can give you this 3D Millennium Falcon game, and like they're like, oh, it sounds good, sold. And then there was like, okay, program it, do it.
No, a
We
studio
promise
like
this.
Pocket Studios, who has like a history of technologically impressive handheld games, a very brief history. I think if I recall the article correctly, I think they had like a 3-year lifespan as a studio or something akin to that. But that new Nightmare game, that Alone in the Dark Game Boy Color game, I mean, that was definitely something that was sold on merit, that was sold on a promise, and largely achieves that fucking promise. Fuck this. It gets impossible at a certain point because there's just no predicting for the things that spawn behind you. I'm just gonna stick in the bottom pocket here. Any one of these ships could have... Yep, well, there you go.
Yep. See, I mean, I say that because I look at this and I think, like, this isn't what they wanted to make. This didn't turn out
Give me a
like the
episode
dream.
6 password. Or an unlock all stages password, and let's see what happens.
Okay, well, I've got 2. Let's just go for all levels. F, V, and K.
V N A Funk.
Alright. Let's try this one then. 4, question mark, 6C.
That one sounds familiar to me.
Alright. Someone at Game FAQs know that code doesn't work.
The bonus game is
bonus.
a 2D, like, side-scrolling type thing. It's probably the best part of this game. Battle of Endor. It's a trap.
Hey.
They snuck it in there. I don't want to read the rest of that briefing. Let's see if this starts us on a... Not every mission in this game is a Millennium Falcon. I think there's, like, a speeder bike level at some point that you can play. There's the land speeder level in episode 4 where you're driving through Mos Eisley as Luke.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've seen the Mos Eisley one, I think.
Can't believe that John Williams composed the score for this Game Boy Advance game. Programmed it himself too. Okay, we get it. Establishing shots, spaceships.
Yep.
Now, which one are we piloting? Which one are we driving?
Wow, look how cool we are. We did all this on the GBA. Like, it's just there's so many. There's like so much 3D on Game Boy Advance that seems so ill-advised in retrospect. I cannot fathom why so many devs went for it. Outside of just, hey, you say on the back of the box and that will sell to people. And I don't know if it even did.
And, also, like, for screenshots in magazines, it's impressive if you can't, especially if you fake them, which a lot of these studios would do. They would show, like, everything at the correct scale in their screenshots. They would cheat it so that it's the best case scenario that a player would never see in-game.
I would also say potentially that just 2D doesn't seem modern. Right?
Yeah.
Like, this is like a new generation. Like, it's finally a new generation of Game Boy. Because they were running off of mostly the same kind of stuff for, like, years and years and years and years.
Yeah.
And now that we're in, like, the PS2 era of stuff, it's like, well, if we make it if we make a 3D game, then, yeah, that's modern.
Yeah. I do hear from some people that there were, especially in the, PlayStation 1 era, that some people just immediately were like, well, no, I only want 3D now. 2D is like an old style. I didn't know that
was Sony was like that too.
Oh yeah, but even like the audience in general.
But yeah.
Like that's why infamously there's quite a few reviews of Symphony of the Night that were negative because it was a 2D game and things like that. Yeah, well, maybe that existed for portable stuff as well then.
And I mean, granted, it obviously wasn't all Game Boy Advance because there was far more 2D Game Boy Advance games than were 3D.
Yeah.
But I think that might have been like a contributing factor to there being like these people shooting for the moon with 3D games because, like, well, yeah, that's going to look cool. It's going to look more modern than
Get me to the health.
a lot of Game Boy Advance looked like Super Nintendo. So make something that stands out in the modern era of 2003.
By the way, in case you didn't gather, the objective in this mission is to destroy every TIE fighter you possibly can to drain that meter at the bottom.
Ah, okay.
Which can take upwards of, like, 20 minutes, 30 minutes in a given level.
Yeah, how long it took you to get the health as well made me realize like how slow you're also moving through this space.
Well, it's because everyone else is moving so fast.
I
We're barely
hate to tell
keeping
you,
up.
I hate to tell you, I think you're gonna miss the Death Star if you keep going in this direction. Like this. I'm gonna just pass it.
We gotta clear the airspace. For miles. For light years. Oh my god. And the shooting, in case it needs to be said, is also not good. Yeah, this goes on for like an eternity. Look how little health we have. And now we're getting attacked by a straight up Star Destroyer here.
It's growing by the second.
So I have to take a break from shooting the TIE fighters at this point. So I can focus on not getting completely annihilated by this thing.
Nope.
Mission failed. Now look at the meter at the bottom. Back to the start of the level. Just the cruelest, the absolute
Just
cruelest level design possible.
Oh god, Dad, I knew we were almost home. Could you turn the car around and go back to Grandma's? I'm gonna need more time.
Hey, I took out all the guns. Now all I have to worry about is everything else, including enemies behind us that we can't possibly see or predict. Oh, and this thing in front of us too now. Why is it the Millennium Falcon job to do all this? I almost crashed into that Star Destroyer, by the way, behind us.
It's been so long since I've seen... It's been so long since I've seen Star Wars. Wasn't the Millennium Falcon not supposed to be, like, a great ship? Like, it was fast.
Yeah, but
like,
it could do the thingamajig in parsecs and whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't built for combat, I think is what Sharky's getting to here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Also, like, I mean, the immediate reaction of everyone seeing it was, "Oh, this is a hunk of junk."
Oh, Bloom says, asks, what happens when you fly up from underneath the Star Destroyer?
There's no such thing as a second chance.
No, you just missed it. It was right. You did it right before. Fuck it.
That's gonna do it for Star Wars Flying the Falcon. That's how I get around that. That's how I get around that fucking gimmick. Also because we've long since burnt out whatever watchability this game may have provided. Truly terrible. Truly wretched. Well deserving of its wretched reputation, to say the least. And we move right along. Hey, guess what? Got another driving game coming up. This one, I believe, was suggested to us on a previous stream by one Proton John in the audience. It is Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. This is the first 2004 release we're covering. This is a March 15th, 2004 release, developed by Pocketeers and published by Destination Software. Proton John Jat saying, I hope I remember this correctly and didn't pick the wrong one. This one's in 3D. I can tell you that much for free.
Weird, no Electronic Arts published. This is strange, because it's Need for Speed. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's a licensing arrangement. I'll have to tweak the volume on this one, obviously.
Oh, this is a DSi game. No, it's not Game Boy
wrong
Advance.
console, yeah. Waiting for the audio to start in this. And who's playing this?
It's been a while since I touched the control. Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, you can evolve your car.
Oh my god, the letterboxing is flickering. Look at the bottom. Look at the...
Yes.
How do you fuck up the heads-up display elements in this? That's...
Look at that, though. Fully 3D car.
Can I give my car, like, legs and eyeballs with this?
It evolves into a truck, ultimately.
Yeah.
Oh, you can choose your I was gonna say you can choose your avatar, too.
Oh, wait.
Yep.
Wait, can I?
Sick.
Oh! Hey, probably her.
These are some very 2003, 2004 looking people, for sure.
We need to get in touch with Sean Johnson about this one. Okay.
All right, Picker and.
All right, end. Quick knockout, full knockout. Let's do a race.
Yeah, maybe we can check out one of the knockouts.
You know, I don't know if I thought about it, but I think a pet peeve of mine are game modes that use like gimmicky names, but then they don't explain what that mode is. You know, like instead of calling it like tournament mode, they'll call it like knockout roulette, and won't tell you what that means.
Oh, look at the colors transition in real time.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I'm gonna go with a red. These go faster, so here we go.
I've heard that. Yes.
Track
set up the track. Yeah, just customize the entire track while you're at it.
Normandel. What does that say?
Normandy?
Oh
Yeah,
no,
I don't think that's
Normandy.
Corsica.
It looks like an L, but okay. Alps.
Yeah.
Monaco.
This would be unreadable on a real Game Boy Advance, by the way.
Yes.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
The weather. I always like a little bit of rain.
All right.
I'm sure it's going to make handling harder, but I want to see this game try to handle rain.
You know what? Let's do one race dry first, and then we'll do rain, just so I can compare.
Yeah, compare and contrast. Get a baseline for this.
All right, start the race.
3, 2, 1, go!
Left. You see that yellow thing
Yep.
on my steering wheel? That's when I hit left and right.
Yeah, it's acceleration based. You have to hold it down to get a real, significant turn out of it. First person is a good way to solve the issue of having a car model on screen. Well, you can see the frame rate.
I have unsolved the issue.
You have unleashed the Porsche.
Other buttons I got. Oh, I can look to the sides and behind me.
Oh,
you can, but why would you want to?
Challenge mode. That's why.
It's like when games have cinematic cameras. Like when driving games attempt to have cinematic cameras. Like, for who?
Like Grand Theft Auto. The sound kind of sounds like it's coming through a tin can a little bit.
Well, that's perfect for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
yeah. So your car radio's a bit busted.
You spent so much money tuning up your car, you forgot the essentials, like having a functioning radio.
Is that a shortcut back there?
Probably.
Like, more real-life races should have shortcuts. Like, imagine if NASCAR had shortcuts. Which is just to say, imagine if NASCAR changed how their tracks looked.
Imagine you could just cut across the center of the lane in NASCAR if you could just go across the grass and be like, why is anyone else thinking of this?
Yeah, someone tries and they look at I guess we didn't put it in the rulebooks that you can't. So well.
Someone just keeps driving later past the starting line and then reverses and this goes back and forth. Like, this counts, right?
You know, my favorite kind of rules in sports are the ones that exist because someone did something that wasn't against the rules and they had to do something to make that never happen again.
I know the NASCAR rule that was that. Someone a couple of years ago rode the outer edge, literally drove into it and used that to take the turner without the corner without deaccelerating, and claimed that when he was younger he did that in one of the NASCAR Thunder games on GameCube, and then immediately after that race it was banned for being too dangerous.
If I remember correctly, one of my favorites of those rules was for hockey, where there was this goalie who basically just kept doing things that necessitated them make new rules for hockey. And one of them was he would just put his gear and lay it down across the goal.
Speaking of goals.
They had of that. Okay.
Yeah, so they had to make a rule that you can't just take your gear off and put it down across the goal so no one can score a goal.
Oh, that's
okay, I want you to do me a favore. Go to the garage. Video Game King in chat says, according to Gamific users, an infinite acceleration with the Moby Dick car. Just select manual transmission, leave it in first, and keep holding A.
What Moby Dick car?
I don't know.
Well, not gonna see it because I don't have it.
Let's see.
That is fair.
what we are going to see is... Oh, not that. We're going to see a different track in the rain. Just for you.
Thank you.
In fact,
The
let's make
Alps.
it the Alps.
Oh, you can do snow on the Alps.
There
is
is
a snow
rainy
setting.
day in the Alps.
No, it's a rainy day. It's too warm.
It's a warm day up in the Alps. And race setup.
Yeah,
7
let's push
cars. Same class.
it. All right.
A random.
Oh, it's a car you have to buy. Apparently, there are cars you can buy beyond the starting 4
DLC.
cars here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a separate Game Boy Advance card and stop and swap it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't
Look
see.
at that rain.
I don't know what I was expecting as far as the weather was concerned. Keep it. Let's just tank the frame rate as much as possible. Let's see how low it goes.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least first person without the rain, the frame rate was actually really good, but the resolution on this one.
Yeah, I think it's just
is
running
rough.
at straight up quarter resolution. I think
Yeah.
every pixel on the screen is 4 pixels. I mean, as far as like the 3D rendered backgrounds are concerned, you can tell that it's per pixel on the car models, at least at this distance.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm definitely going to be doing worse if I put it on random. Because I think that might mean there's just better cars out here.
But you're the better driver.
I will say, it doesn't seem so far like the handling is that much different in the rain. It is a little bit more slippery, for sure. You know what? I don't think this is that bad.
No,
right now I have pushed this game into the worst possible circumstance, and it's not holding up great.
Yeah.
In fact, woo.
I think the sense of speed's really good though. Which is a common problem for a lot of these.
Let me get back into
GBA
first
ones.
person and see if... Yeah, this still ain't running great anymore, but...
Proton John saying, yeah, sorry, folks, I think I had bad info, my fault. Well, you should feel bad. No, it's complete. It's 3D on the GBA. You would assume. You can make a reasonable assumption that a 3D GBA driving game, that outside of the handful of them that were, like, legitimately great, that the rest of them fell a little short, fell a little behind racing against the rest of the pack.
This is no V Rally.
Look, the rain even stops when you're in the tunnel. Magnificent Scoops backing up that they heard this one was awful too. I've definitely seen this name around. I've heard this name held up, but comparing and contrasting the things we've played, yeah.
I think in a vacuum, if I were handed this game and said, like, do you like this? I'd be like, no.
Yeah, like, is it a great game? No, of course not. But, like, it just, when you compare it to things that we're otherwise playing, you compare it to...
Like compared to that cruising game from the first episode.
Yeah.
Think we should call it here?
Yeah, I think we should call it here, me in 6th place.
Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll just assume that you would get into first if we,
Yeah.
They were well on their way, folks. We have more driving games to get to anyhow. And I feel a little more confident about this next one. You know what I mean when I say that, of course. Our next game tonight is Thunder Alley. This is a... January, February, March, April, May, June 11th, 2004 release. I have to say it out loud and count it on my fingers whenever I just see numerical month. This is developed by Pronto Games, published by XS Games. I don't know much about this one except from what I saw in a video and looking at the screenshots here, and I'm curious about this one. I think I might give this one a shot. I might, because I haven't done much of the driving tonight, outside of Osmosis Jones, or Ozzy and Drix. I'm sorry. The volume knobs at the ready. Toronto Games, a rush it to pass. Oh, that's it.
This looks and feels like it should be a pinball table.
That was it for all the menu music. That was as much sound as you get at the start of the game.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We're not even in the 3D section yet. They don't need to offload. They don't need to like steal cycles away from the sound on a menu. Maybe the scrolling background, maybe the scrolling tile is really.
Scungy music.
I would go jukebox though. Get to hear all the different.
All 4 songs. Oh my.
Oh.
Okay, I don't want to spoil anything else. We're gonna have to get into.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't particularly care for any of these folks. I guess I'll play Flow. Do we have a preference here?
Well, Rattlesnake Pass is the song we're listening to right now.
So let's listen to any other song. Let's listen to Fastlane Funland song.
Oh, that sucks. That looks like it sucks. Oh, I'd rather listen to that over the rest of the music.
All that terrible audio, but the car horn, that was highest quality.
I press the L button, it makes a ka-ching sound.
Ka-ching! Yeah, I like that.
You're spending money. You're repairing your car.
Oh God, you're totally right, aren't you?
You gotta spend money to make
No,
money.
I'm not right.
No, I think you might be.
But there's no money or damage icon on the screen.
And do me a favor, folks, by the way, keep eyes on the chat and what folk are saying.
Also, questionable to say that you're going about 160 miles per hour right now. Even if that was kilometers per hour,
Yeah,
no.
even in kilometers, yeah.
This is so old school, the way it's only using a third of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I saw someone in chat say, I think you picked the wrong system. We're covering GBA games as opposed to like GBC games or NES games, as you might assume.
Honestly, with those character designs and the music, this feels like it was made in '94, not 2004.
Oh, we lost a few frames there.
And also, like, yeah, it is running a decent frame rate, but the car sprites aren't, and that's really jarring.
Huh?
Thunder Alley strikes. Is Thunder Alley water?
I think I ran something over that.
So there is car damage.
You know, let's go to tournament race because I think that was a practice race. I want to see other drivers on the road.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised if there will be other drivers on the road.
I think there has to be. Yeah, see?
Well, we haven't seen them on the road yet. Okay, there we go. All right.
Oh, Mr. Tucker says, Cass, you need to knock off the negativity. This is the best racing game for the Amiga CD32.
And when you put it that way... Ooh! How about the frame rate, folks? How about the frame rate that was supposed to be holding up, huh?
How about you hit select in the first-person view?
No.
Also, I think I saw someone's steering wheel just fall out onto the track.
I think that might have been a pickup. Did you just pick up a lady?
A lady with
was
like
that a lady
walker?
in a towel?
Yeah. B is not break. R is break. I'm discovering things. Testing every button.
It is imperative, I think, with a lot of these to, like, just remember that if you were playing this on an actual Game Boy, how tiny this screen would have been. How small these assets would have been.
Oh, you know what that ka-ching was? That was the horn. Every car has a smoke horn.
That's what I thought it was.
Oh, I like how that tower faded in and out of view because of the, Well, you can see as you take corners here, as like the walls, as the billboards start to overlap with other screen elements. They're all technically infinitely tall, based on the way this is rendered, so even if they're not infinitely tall on the screen, anything behind them has to be culled completely.
That was definitely a lady, like, in a towel, right? Or in a robe, kind of, like, revealing herself. Again, hard to tell how small it is.
Like, if you told me this was a game about, like, RC cars or Hot Wheels on the road...
Yeah.
With just how little everything here is.
What is this music doing?
It's amazing. First instance of Argo music.
I'm gonna cheat this.
What does that get you?
I'm assuming it's something.
It looked like a speed boost earlier. So I think your card changed to a darker shade.
Yeah, that's
I think it's taking damage.
damage.
Yeah. The music is so...
Fuck that. I'm trying to get that steering wheel.
Just random notes at random points of time.
The objects, the pickups, are placed so inconveniently. And you're so small that you can just drive past them so easily.
Oh god, in the track, I realizing that the track is like fading in and out of existence. Oh, there.
You know,
it's a mirage.
You know what this music is reminding me of? Like, these random notes coming in and out. Like, you ever see those videos of someone who sets up a camera next to their piano and the dog gets on it and starts hitting, like, random keys and going... beep, 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 beep.
Soundtrack by Fido. Race completed.
Oh, it sounds even worse without the car sounds.
Anyone else want to give this a go? Keep the tournament going.
Okay.
Let's do something besides Fast Lane, Fun Lane.
Yeah.
We'd have to go to practice mode for that.
Yeah, sure.
But then there won't be other people on the road, though.
So how much is that adding to the experience?
Johnny, just go ahead. Just keep racing.
Alright.
We didn't even finish a lap of this race. And something tells me that they're not going to be significantly different from one another.
Oh, this is a squirrely game, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would even use the brake button.
I wasn't. Past a certain point, I can tell you that much. This is like a whole other layer of hell, this game. You might not know what to look at it, but this is not good. I can tell you that much.
Oh, that fucking asshole. He rammed me.
I guess there is a pit lane there where you could potentially repair your car.
Yeah.
But only if you hit those tiny little wrenches.
Which is easier said than done, because targeting anything here, lining up that you can collect anything here is...
Yeah, you're gonna die.
That's fine by me.
We have to find the answer.
Let's see if it
by
skips to the next
ourselves.
track. Because that could be a way we can see the next track.
Video Game King redeemed a say something nice.
Well, press A for now. We'll think about this. No, okay, they're gonna make you do this fucking track again. I'll come up with something nice as you attempt.
That race start sound effect's really high quality.
Oh, you know, that's a good one. Yeah, that's the best thing I can say about this game, is that they have one decent sample in it.
That's what chat's been saying, too. That trumpet is the highest quality bit of this game.
Why are these other drivers such assholes?
Thunder Alley strikes again. I don't see them changing in saturation at all.
Oh, wait,
no, they are. About it. You are damaging them, so you could potentially take them out the game.
I feel like you'll take yourself out before you take.
Well, go to the pit lane. Go to the pit lane on the right.
No.
No, not if he has anything to say about it.
They don't want me to. The AI literally said no.
This is wild.
I'm trying to figure out how much of that is intentional or just the AI is weird in its pathing, so it's like always in the way.
I'm gonna guess the latter, if I'm being honest. Oh! Tragedy today at Thunder Alley.
They should have put a ramp on the fucking course. They were just asking for disaster with that.
There you go.
Okay, I'm not doing this track. I do just want to see.
Wait, why is there a view map button?
You know, so you can get a lay of the land. I want to see what the map named after the publisher is.
But you see the map here.
That makes sense. You know what? I'm taking over.
You're taking over? Yeah, please.
I'm going into the window so I can control. There we go. Oop, yep, okay. I wanted to feel the squirreliness. I can feel the squirreliness.
Yeah, you have, like, even if you just want to make, like, a, I don't know, like about 45-degree turn, you have to tap the left or right.
Yeah, I'm going to just tap right. Well, no, that wasn't enough. I'm going to try and tap whatever direction I have to go again. You know, it's actually not doing it as bad as it was before.
Yeah. If you hold it for more than like half a second, you're almost doing like a 180 turn. I wonder what rendering thing is going on that the track, like the tarmac part of the track, isn't being.
And you're seeing the
rendered.
walls here, right? The quote unquote walls. And this thing's like emerging into view, like in the center of the screen because of how badly the culling.
Let's be quiet just for a moment so we can hear this horn.
Yeah, I can barely make that out.
It was a drum break.
Yeah.
What a horrible racetrack. What a...
Yeah. I mean, it was called the X's racetrack, so I guess what do we expect? It's an X.
It's not Xseed, is it? This
no,
publisher?
It's XS. XS Games. And this is the XS Speedway.
Okay. Wasn't sure if it was a weird, like, alt name they went under for some random reason.
This is how Pronto Games showed their appreciation.
If I just spam the horn, can I make this into like a breakbeat song?
Well, you are adding another layer of instrumentation to it, and they couldn't otherwise do that. So. Is this?
Look at that! I'm looking at that wall now too. Now that I'm noticing it, like, it makes it look like this is a children's bedroom or something. Like with, like the walls painted like it's a sky.
Really adds to the toy aesthetic that this game is giving me.
Yeah, that's so. That is like so weird.
Is this the worst driving game we've played so far?
I still think cruising's worse.
Yeah.
But this isn't good. Also, I think we've seen this track, enough of this track.
Yeah, I think we've seen enough of this game. I think we've... Yeah, that was Thunder Alley. It strikes again.
Oh, Trippy Bird mentioned something that we didn't notice. Oh, cool, the speedometer wraps around to 0 if it goes too fast.
Mark equality. Speaking of quality... I don't know what kind of transition that is. I don't know what kind of segue that is. This is... If I have the right graphic here, I'm noticing that I have the wrong number of slides. No, wait. Okay, this should be good. This should be good. Don't mind me. Anyway, the next game we're playing tonight is kill.switch, which is the handheld conversion of a console video game, of a console third-person shooter, if memory serves. This one is again developed by Visual Impact and published by Destination Software, September 22nd, 2004. I'm not sure if this one is bad. I'm just interested in this. I'm interested to see how this stacks up against its console version, which I've barely played, but at least familiar with. I can at least visualize it in my mind.
I did play a little bit of the console version semi-recently, and I didn't care for that much.
Namco.
Also, people always say like Kill Switch is like the first cover shooter. And this is Win-Back Erasure.
Well, Win-Back's not the one with the Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah. Namco Home Tech developed the main console version. What the?
It's very wet sound font they're using.
Yeah. Fucking armpit trumpet instrument ass song.
Hey, Hall of Fame, that's us. Nico.
The Nico Hall of Fame.
Oh, you can see how many levels are in this game. Middle East, Caspian Sea, North Korea, Temple Ruins, Archer Base. Spoiler alerts. I didn't know we were going to the Archer Base in this game.
Strange musical choices for all these menus and things. It's like... It feels like they found, like, a box of music in the attic, and we're just like digging through it.
Who thought that synth sounded good?
Oh, we gotta get tutorialized.
Yeah. K4 Boom said this music is dripping. And, like, yeah, it has a weird drip, like, dripping liquid quality to it.
I forget who here,
Oh,
which one of you
yeah.
two said this game sounded wet, but yeah.
Stand and destroy all targets from this point. Keep L and R button pressed. Use the control pad directions to aim at the targets. And then shoot using the A button. Got it. Oh, I had to... No, hold on.
Yeah, stand there.
Oh, well, that's a good sign. I think you hold both the shoulder buttons down.
Yes.
Oh,
And then-
yes.
And that
and
puts you into
yeah.
aim mode, yes.
I noticed that my ammo count is 175 going down. Is there no reloading in this game? Could they not manage that feat? Guess you only have so many buttons.
This song in parts almost sounds like it has like a steel drum in it. Not here, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
But like a very like Blue Man Group, like real steel drum turned into a musical instrument.
I mean, steel drum is a musical instrument.
Oh yeah, but I mean like a steel barrel you would see in a video
Oh,
game.
okay.
Oh,
Steel oil drum.
Oh hell yeah.
Alright, cover shooter time.
All right. Oh, I think I have to rotate it. First face, yeah. Oh, I love his little...
Tee tee. They'll never find me.
I will say, this controls, for what this is, probably not terrible. I need to see what the actual, like, enemies do in this game. How cruel they are and whatnot, but this is at least a functional base for this game.
Magic Meow says, it's a cover shooter, so how long until Cass tries to ignore the cover mechanic and pays forward?
Immediately, once we get into actual... Come on!
What happens if you stop blind firing and fire again?
Well,
Yeah,
that
might
could have been confirmation bias, for all
Maybe.
we know.
You might have like slightly better accuracy at the start before you go like full auto.
This is the final event. Sometimes time is against you. Destroy as many targets as possible within the time limit. Okay. Is like an obstacle course type thing? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Call of Duty Modern Warfare shit.
Just keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Usually you'd have some sort of variety of targets, you know, like civilian ones that you're not meant to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is the sort of game where you have to worry about civilians.
Take aim, take cover, take over, good luck.
Okay, didn't... Okay.
Alright. This is your first mission. Infiltrate inside the enemy buildings, take out the general, and get back to the HQ. On it, boss.
Oh yeah, this
Same song, I can't help but notice.
Yep, you're immediately not taking cover.
It's not enough that I'm standing behind it. Can I roll out of cover? No. There we go.
Okay, I don't remember where your health was. Does this have regenerating health or no?
Doesn't
No, I think your
appear to
health
be,
was
but
at-
I think I see
yeah.
medkit over there, so they're not going to keep us waiting for long. The frame rate dropping and acceleration on the cursor is...
Wait, something recharged there.
Yeah, there might be like a, you know, it'll recharge to a certain minimum, but not all the way.
Oh, you know what? Those little pips there might represent... Oh, no, never mind. You had... Oh, no, I think this is working on, like, fighting game rules where you have gray health.
Oh, yes. Yes, I believe you are correct. All right, let's round this corner tactically. Oh, well, never mind. Should probably collect some ammo, though.
I'm starting to wonder if there's more than one gun in this game. Because the tutorial did not, you know...
Showcase anything.
Yeah. Didn't tell you how to pick anything up or change weapon.
Oh! You see that?
That
he caught on fire when I blew up that barrel next to him.
You know, Killzone... I did want to appreciate the music for a sec. Like, in my mind, Killzone occupies the same space as Black, the first-person shooter, which is to say games...
You mean Kill Switch, right?
What did I say the first time? Because I said it wrong.
Killzone.
Sure. I meant Kill Switch.
Yeah,
Kill Switch occupies the same place in my mind as Black, as in, they're both games where I think, did that even have a story?
The answer may surprise you.
I remember there being like like cutscenes with the protagonist talking and stuff.
Out of ammo. Grenade time.
Yay! It says.
They're so
Oh
excited.
yeah, you're completely out of ammo now. Is there a melee move? Like, what do you do?
Find another gun. Here you go.
Oh, good tactics this guy has.
Look how big that guy is. He's so much taller than you. Also, I'm realizing you're polygonal, but everyone else in this world is 2D.
Please work.
Oh, it's them saying grenade, but it's just so muffled. It sounds like one syllable.
Yeah, it sounded like they're going, yay!
Yeah.
Man, it's wretched they don't give you like a pistol or something you can switch to.
Yeah, like that's generally how you would do this. Also, each gun pickup only seems to have 10 bullets.
I would have moved, personally, if I was that guy on the right. I guess that's why we're the kill switcher, and they're just the,
he almost got it.
Phew, dodge that one. Now time to go back to where I was.
Oh, boy.
Ah, stealth grenade. Nice.
Sleeping on the job, that one. Oh.
I feel...
Oh!
That's what I love to see.
I was about to say, if I gotta fault this game for anything, well, now there's that. But before that happened, if I gotta fault this game for anything, it's just, man, lack of ammo.
They do set up stuff like that for you, which is nice of them to do. And also, you know, I'm spraying and praying a lot here. I'm not playing this, Oh, shotgun!
Hell yeah. Okay, there are multiple weapons. Nice.
Now, how many shells won't we get for this thing?
Oh, you got 5 more.
You know, you gotta get, like, a bed stand, right? You can't just put the mattress on the floor. That's...
It's for when you go to the embassy and go like, more, I'm sleepy. That's a bad place to stand, dude. That's not safe.
Well, his job was to guard these barrels, and by God, he's gonna... Let's see if we have slugs here. Well, no, I gotta wait for them to get closer again. Wait for it. No, the answer is no. No!
Okay, I thought they were going to do like a signal cutout effect there, but no.
That's what they were trying to do. Anyway, I'm rewinding. Yeah. I don't want to...
They killed the last polygonal man on Earth, and the concept of 3D was breaking down. He was the only thing keeping it together.
Yeah, the Z-axis was no more.
I know there's one more. Can I cheat this? You know, he's technically behind this wall we're shooting at.
I know, but he's hitting you.
There we go.
Oh, Deus Ex music all of a sudden.
bomb. God, this strafing, by the way, is like the fastest movement you have. Or at least it feels the fastest because of the perspective and because of how it does its 3D, so... Time to start speed strafing the hell out of this.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm dodging bullets, too, doing this.
Yeah, it does seem to help the health. Like as long as you're moving and strafing a decent amount, you seem to not get hit as much.
Yeah, fuck taking cover. I mean...
Yep, here we go. This is where it starts.
This is where it ends for them.
Yeah. Nice tube TV, though, in the level. Like, what is the story? I thought this was like a mansion for a general, and then there's just, like, beds and TVs on the floor.
I feel like if I were rich enough to have a mansion, I would just put beds everywhere, so when I got sleepy, I could just take a nap wherever I was. Then again, I do have sleep apnea, so...
Oh, that guy crouched. That was actually the smartest guy we faced so far. Okay, we'll take you in alive if we can.
Did you collect him?
What happens if you shoot him? I gotta know. I just have to know. I know it's, you know, something about Geneva Convention, but... Okay, no penalty? Cool. What was our objective anyway? Eliminate the general, yeah. You know what?
Wow.
If that's the case, what happens if we leave him alive?
Oh yeah, did running into him kill him last time, maybe?
No.
No.
Oh, it's weird, because I thought he made, like, a pain noise when you ran over him.
I mean, I'm assuming that's the general. Yeah, we're going to the extraction point now, so... I can't wait for them to fail me for not killing that guy. For not killing that groveling guy.
Oh, they've figured out your strafing tactics.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Okay, let's play it right. I think I can beat this level. Can I walk off this building? No, unfortunate. I want to see them fail me. It'll be so funny if they punish me for not taking the shot. Also, can I knife this guy, I wonder? No.
No.
I had to know. If there was like a takedown move or something to that effect.
Because of the forced perspective stuff, when you get too close to the enemies, it makes it look like they're like 6'5" and you're like 5'4".
Maybe you're playing as a short king.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's smart. You're a smaller target.
You know why they call them SEAL Team 6? Because they're all under 6 feet tall. More you know. Oh, 3D medkit. When the frame rate gets, like, good for a second because there's less stuff on screen, it's actually really unfortunate. Because it totally throws off your control.
Yeah. Oh,
flash
Flash grenades. Oh, good. You can be tactical. Or use them to take out the shadow terrorists who are only weak to light.
Alright, I have to be standing to lob grenade, or I can't blind fire grenade.
How did that... Okay.
Well. Also, I just realized if you look up too much, the skybox just ends.
I like how you were just tiny for a little bit.
Is this our exfil?
Well...
If this game was just like a behind the back runner, if it didn't have the turning, and it was all just like straight lanes and alleys or something, I almost feel like that could have worked better for this. But as it stands, it's not bad by any... I mean, it's bad by some stretches. It's not great, but this is serviceable. Yeah. If I had this, I'd have probably played a fair bit of this on my Game Boy. I'd have shown all the kids at school, hey, check this out. I got a 3D game on here. And they would have not said anything about it, because they'd be like, why are you playing a Game Boy during lunch, nerd? Lessons you learn pretty quick in in your schooling years.
Yeah. I guess
I
the
don't
one
think
thing...
I ever had that in high school. I don't think I ever had like people going like, huh, "Nerd."
I had the thing where people were like, "Oh, you know, Johnny's into video games. He's a nerd." Grand Theft Auto San Andreas comes out. What? What? Johnny, how do you know about that? I thought you were like a nerd who plays video games. Like, legitimately. They're like, oh yeah, but you like lots of video games, so you won't play like the cool mainstream ones, I guess was their logic. I don't know. Kids.
I don't know, like the bullies and assholes at like my high school, it's like they weren't the people who were like going like, huh, you nerd. They were just racist. that was it.
Boss fight with like no health, so this is gonna go great unless I can find some sort of, or you know, maybe I don't need to. Maybe if I just keep moving.
One thing I remember, unless I remember this wrong, is that I think, you know, compared to what the console version of this game would have cost, like handhelds were kind of considered like the budget range for gaming in a sense. So like a lot of these weird, you know, like downscale conversions was to, you know, have a game for that market where, you know, they're only being brought portable stuff.
The problem I'm having here, right?
There's no way to tell where the shots are going.
No, is that when you strafe, the camera moves back down. So I can't just like say, "Hey, I want to aim at this height," right? So I
use your grenades.
I mean, look how much damage I did. How is it hitting me from behind there?
I think there's like a mortar on it on the tank.
Okay, maybe the grenade is the move.
Yeah, just like
I played Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, just like Solid Snake would have done.
Oh,
or maybe it's not.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
There we go.
I remember hearing some health, but whatever.
Yeah, I remember hearing the console version has like a Metal Gear Solid reference in it.
You didn't fail, by the way.
Yeah, I guess they were cool with me not doing my mission objective, which was to kill the general. So, zombie mode?
Sir, he said don't shoot, sir.
Let's just see.
Well, they don't seem very zombie-like.
I wonder if they get up after a while.
You have 999 bullets that aren't going down now, though.
That's nice of them. Wonder if they'll give me every weapon, too. Nope, just these two. They're not getting up.
They don't seem to be getting up.
Alright, that's enough of this. I think we get the picture on that one. That is kill.switch on the Game Boy Advance. Again, not the worst thing we've played. Not the worst thing we've played tonight. Maybe the next game will be. Who's to say? We come back to Raylight Studios with this one. And this is another conversion of a pre-existing game. So we'll get the image in your mind ready, folks. Visualize Smashing Drive as you remember it for consoles or arcade or wherever this game came out.
Do you remember it?
I sure as hell don't. But maybe our viewers will. This released November 3rd, 2004, developed by Raylight, published by Destination Software. The destination for 3D GBA games, apparently.
Yeah.
Sharky.
Okay. I have played this one before. In fact, I suggested this one specifically for the stream.
That's what I recall.
Not based off of gameplay necessarily, but sound.
You also like that Crazy Taxi GBA game.
I did.
Ugh. Fun little cinematic, but this is an accident waiting to happen.
Smashing Drive.
Oh, is that it? Is that where it cuts off?
Drive. Yep.
Oh yes,
aim break.
Yeah, aim break. What was that?
6 samples is what it was.
So yeah, I believe this was an arcade game first, and then there was a console version. Weirdly enough, this this Game Boy Advance conversion has a higher like Metacritic than the console one.
Let's let the music play out.
Okay.
More lyrics, please.
Where'd your wheels go?
I don't know. Listen, we don't have Dracula, but we have my cousin.
Bob Zombie.
Just go through that.
I'm glad they got rid of all the other sound effects so you could really isolate the lyrics on that one.
Frame rate could use a little work.
I hope we get copyright struck by the estate of Rob Zombie for this somehow.
Yeah.
One fun fact I know about this, from what I looked up, I think the console game. It was what actually. Let me double check. One version of this game is NTSC exclusive.
There's no such thing as a second chance.
No rerun, sure. I just won.
You know what this game with this 3D reminds me of? Windows 3D Movie Maker.
Right into it.
I'm expecting the giant rats to come out sometime soon, and
yeah, here we go. Yeah, the main console version didn't have a PAL release. This was the only version to come out in Europe.
That's all they ever knew of.
This discerning taste over in England.
Yeah, but again, weirdly enough, the GBA version's like rated higher, and I think it's just, not in context to the console version. It's more a people reviewing this and going like, look at what the GBA is doing. Look at this nuts. Which this is a nuts game.
Oh!
I found what the Sonic thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah, horn is on right bumper.
I know it might be jumping the gun a little bit, but best game of the night?
I'll have to look at the list again. I mean, this runs rough. And I think that's just because like the system that it's on. It has the bones of a good game.
It's doing so much. It's going so many places. And yeah, the frame rate isn't great, but it's action-packed.
Sometimes things don't exist. Sometimes you just go through things.
And from what I've seen, I remember this being like pretty accurate to the console game. Like these are the layouts for the levels, these are the power-ups.
This is the audio quality.
Well, not quite that. But this is, these are interpretations of the songs from the console game.
Songs or song?
I hope you make it to the next stage,
it
just so we can hear another song off this game.
I've always meant to play the console version. I'll probably check it out.
There is a password system if we want to unlock everything. I really need to be hitting more of these ramps to get the things going.
Yeah. Because there's really crazy stuff you do where you start racing up the sides of buildings and yeah.
Finish line better be around this fucking corner.
Time out.
Oh, you were so close.
Do we want to start over, or do we want to go get a password and see a later thing?
Let's see a later thing, why don't we?
All right.
Yeah.
Johnny, can you bring up a password for us? Alright, the cheats are in options, or passwords are in options, I should say.
Okay, all tracks is M2CC.
M2. This is another one where there's no A on the password.
Yeah, there are certain characters you remove from password selects too.
M2.
Double C.
Allowed. We'll allow it this once.
Yeah, we'll allow just this once.
Oh, I am head full of the fun fact in chat. Fun fact, I commented on an upload of this version of this song on YouTube and got a reply from the guy who made these conversions of the music and revealed that this version was sung by a friend of his and not the original singer.
Oh, that's cool.
So I picked the reward one because I assume that's gonna be like the final wackiest one. What? Okay. All right.
Like, you compare this to what SSX3 was trying to do to recreate that console soundtrack, and this is definitely a lot better.
That wall was a little rough, that one you were riding on.
Oh yeah, we've been lucky with it, but you'll notice a lot of these 3D GBA games, once you once you get close to walls, just the world falls apart. Yeah.
You know what? I kind of want to just go to a different one.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know what they do. There's also a password called Night Owl and Rush Hour, but it doesn't say
those
what
are,
they are.
That's levels. Rush Hour's
Oh,
medium,
okay.
Night Owl's hard.
Is this not the reward stage? Is this not the same as...
This is a different stage. Same city. Might be the same song.
I can't tell.
This is the same song. This is like a modern-day Sonic-ass song.
I think you need to cut the corners a little closer. They seem to be putting a lot of ramps, like, just behind the corners.
Yeah. What does that get me?
I think you can just ram into cars and...
Yeah, you got like a front scoop.
Alright, now it's gone. Oh! They misinterpreted how that thing was going. Well, that didn't do me much. Yeah. The whole, like, you just kind of go through things sometimes thing is definitely not great when it's a ramp. Like, this game does feel like it's barely holding on. Like,
yes.
I mean, it's managing, but barely.
The cartridge itself held together with duct tape. It's...
I mean, I like this Sonic thing. This is fun. What is it? Oh, bonus. I thought that said bomb. Failed? Oh, I guess I didn't. Because technically I'm racing somebody. But, yep, keep going. I don't get up there.
Yeah, got all these alt paths as well.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, we're at an airport.
This is really hard to see. This is real hard to...
Whoa!
Yeah!
Yeah, some of this is definitely hard to visually parse.
Oh, did you see that Ray Light Rushmore billboard?
Cute.
I like how you can, like, combine different things. Like, you can have the glider and the front crash thing on.
Yeah,
at the
imagine
same
seeing
time.
that taxi coming down the road, flying in.
I kind of want to play the console version of this now. What was it?
Yeah, this is great marketing for the actual version of this game.
Yeah, GameCube and Xbox.
I still have not figured out the glider.
I think this gives you extra air when you jump off of ramps. So if you have the glider, went off a ramp, you could probably stay in the air a while longer.
It didn't seem like it was doing that, though. That's what I thought. But
I wish I knew what stage had it where you just go up the side of a building. So I definitely remember seeing that.
I wonder if... Is that in this version?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Like, that's, again, the crazy impressive thing about this is that a lot of that's...
It didn't let you hit those turbos. I want you to hit those turbos. I want to see the game
just
work.
went... Alright, work. Still not enough. Ah, come on.
Ah, whatever.
I just want to do one more thing before we quit this one. I just want to hear what the song sounds like in the last one.
Working shift. Rush hour.
Getting all that?
I really tried to figure out what he's saying, but nope.
Yeah, good. Turn the ball. Turn the ball. Oh, well, no. I'm not hitting the horn button, by the way. That's not me.
Yeah, it's it. Because this
Like-
frame rate's just so low, but also just it's amazing seeing everything that this game is doing.
I think the biggest problem is that, again, there's a lot of things that just don't react to you going through them. And, like, that's fine sometimes if it's a car or a wall, like, bank error in your favor.
Yeah.
But when it's a ramp, which happens... Oh, wait, I thought it was done for.
You did, but
Yeah,
because you
just,
rolled... Yeah.
The old school arcade thing.
Yeah. Anyway,
the
when it's
shipping
a
yard.
ramp, like, that is rough.
Imagine trying to go through that without that power-up.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be there just as, like, a set piece. Come on. Alright.
Alright,
I don't even
waste
know
it.
if I can win this race at this point. Yeah, I lost.
God, they were so far ahead of you as well.
Yep. Alright, I think that'll do it for
Yeah.
this one.
I think that'll do it for Smashing Drive. A smashing good time, if I do say so. I guess we got another driving game.
Of course we do.
Hey!
This is Monster Trucks. This is a November 16th, 2004 release, brought to us by Skyworks Technologies and published by Majesco Sales. This is the Monster Truck game. I'm assuming Bigfoot is going to be licensed for this. I'm assuming that all the gang's going to be here. Magnificent Scoops in chat already saying, oh, this one's dire. Well, you got to give it a shot. You got to give it a chance. And by you gotta, I mean, Johnny, you got to give it a...
Yep.
I'm just washing my hands of all these games tonight as much as possible. Love this completely quiet.
Yeah. Oh, still quiet. Oh, well, let's just see what a quick game does. Okay, Swampland.
10 tracks.
All right.
Professor
Stop in the
Gaskin
bog.
says, they took a break from making advert games for Nabisco to program a bad GBA game.
Oh! Before Smashing Drive had a bad frame rate. Haha.
We're back to this voxel-esque 3D environment shit from, what was it, that ATV game in the previous
Yeah.
episode? And it's just a racing game. I thought you would be, like, running over cars.
Oh, sick guitar solo, though.
Yeah, it's making me sick. Trippy Bird pointing out the wheels are static on your car.
Yeah. We couldn't afford that.
Oh, there are cars you can run over, it looks like.
Yeah,
We
well, I'll
have to
try.
find the answer by ourselves.
Say something nice, says the car lover.
Okay. Let me think on this one. Ooh.
This reminds me of an Aquid comic that I love. Tador and
Oh, no.
Roast Beef are spying on, like, Ray using his computer, and they're, like, just trying to see what he does throughout the day. And they see him Googling a picture of a motorcycle, putting it in a window and shrinking down real small, setting his desktop to a picture of Mount Everest, and then dragging the window of the motorcycle up and over. Does he make it do a jump? That's what this game reminds me of. We just got a little picture of, like, a monster truck, and we were, like, moving around things look cool.
Yeah.
That's why the wheels aren't moving.
Oh.
Trees, no, but hopefully cars, yes.
Oh, AI ran into the tree too.
Easy mistake to make.
Like it's super compressed, but like at least this seems to be a full song that's playing.
I don't know if that's an improvement. I don't know if that's a good thing. I might take the 5-second loop and have it not assaulting my ears in the way that this is. Okay, get that car. Get that damn car. Oh, they got it. No. They flattened it. They smushed it. You snooze, you lose. I have a positive. Only 2 laps on this race. They could have gone to 3, but they're like, nah. No, they'll get the point. They'll get the idea. Ugh.
You know, I was talking earlier about how they released like SpongeBob cartoons and other cartoons on GBA cards. I feel like bands should have released albums on GBA cards. Like really take advantage of that sound or lack of processing of sound.
Okay, well, I've lost this race.
At least you're not in last place.
Yeah. See, that first lap, I was actually going to say, you know, despite how poor this is running controlling, it was easy, and then just it fell apart for that second lap for some reason.
Okay, I'm going to give this a try.
Oh, yeah. I used to enjoy.
Okay, so you can upgrade your car. That's neat. I figure why not, right? Swampland.
Could you not pick a course?
No, it's career mode. Oh my god, as bad as it...
Oh!
As bad as it was to watch this, playing it is a whole other...
Yeah.
L is nitrous, by the way, so... Still only 2 laps. Oh, that's some sick air. That's gonna be hell on the shocks, though.
Yes, once you hit that second lap, let me just take over controls, because I want to feel this.
Oh, absolutely. I was gonna give you the next race.
I mean, you think you can beat this one, so we can get to another track?
Absolutely.
Alright.
I'm confident. I have nothing but self-confidence. That's what my fortune cookie said the other day, too. Actually, you take over. I have my fortune cookie fortune right on the side here. You take over now.
Got it.
Like, I'm not going to say this game controls good, but the one nice thing I can say is it does feel like the developers did the best control you could do with this frame rate.
Keep your self-belief strong. You are capable. And the person I was eating with, I said, I think I got the wrong fortune. I already know this one. This one I already compartmentalize every day of my life. I have nothing but self-belief. It's literally my only marketable skill. It's...
Yeah, you can also re-tilt the monster truck in the air.
Yep,
a bit,
I've noticed.
Including like forwards and backwards stuff.
You might still have some nitrous left on the L button, by the way.
I don't think I do, because I've been trying to use it.
It's not like there's a meter to tell you or anything. Oh, lucky.
I feel less like I'm like steering and like tweaking it in the air, and more like I have Photoshop open and I'm just using skew.
Yeah.
I was saying you're expanding a JPEG far beyond. It's
like this is not far removed from those like QuickTime event arcade machines.
Get the car. Yeah, there we go.
Where you just have to press the right button when the prompt appears on
like
screen.
Like a Dragon's Lair or what have you. Yeah.
Like you can legitimately count the frames in this.
With the timer on screen.
Especially if you're just trying to look at the car itself.
I think seconds are longer than a second on the clock. I think the clock is affected by the frame rate.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could math out what the frame rate is just from that. Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, we don't get to carry our upgrades over? Or nitrous charges over at the very least. Yeah, hit that turbo.
Maybe nitrous is like a use.
I think it's a stat.
No, it's not, because I put 5 into it in the first one.
Oh. Okay.
That is straight up $100 per charge of nitrous.
I want to. Well, I can't do it all there.
We're not going to play much more of this game, Shark. You just put
tires. Yeah.
The Cooks County Arena.
Oh, look at all those
one
people.
song.
Oh, look at this frame rate. It's even worse somehow.
They have to render every one of the people in attendance individually, so
they're all 3D objects. Oh, this frame rate got so bad. It's like worse than it was.
I think when I was younger, I had the run impression of what like Nintendo certification was to put games out on their system, because I guess the bare minimum was like, oh yeah, you can play it, and it doesn't like crash or exploit the system or anything.
Hey, why was there a tree stump in this stadium?
Just for funsies.
Why do they put these here? I definitely didn't mean to hit that, but...
It's got the Nintendo seal of quality on it. It has to be good. Because that's what that means.
What was that console that had a seal of quality that actually meant, like, they believed in it as quality? Was that Sega and Master System? Or different console?
I mean, it's what everyone claims the seal of quality is. I don't know if there's
like
something
I
in
remember
particular where
hearing...
someone actually tried to live up to some sort of standard with that, but it's a fool's premise. It's a fool's errand.
I want to say it was Sega, like, very early on. Because I'm trying to remember, like, a Jeremy Parrish video. I think that'll do it.
Yeah, I think we get
one.
the...
I think we've seen.
Yeah.
Wait, let me just see how far off the track I can go.
Not
I
very.
can grind.
Yeah, grind the rail for a speed up.
Oh, wait. I'm getting free. I'm getting free. Nope, I don't think this is going to happen.
So close. It was worth a shot.
Maybe if I had a nitrous. Anyway, that'll do it.
That'll do it for Monster Trucks. I'm sure there's more tracks, and I wonder how low the frame rate goes, but folk will have to figure that out for themselves. Or maybe we'll have some excuse to come back to it. Who's to say? But our last game of the night is maybe the most substantive, maybe the one that is the most intriguing. It's another November 2004 release. November 2004, big month for bad 3D GBA games for whatever reason. Our last game of the night is Payback. November 19th, 2004, developed by Apex Games, published by DSI Games, which is Destination Software again.
I'm just going to say, awful. Box art tells me nothing.
This is supposedly a Grand Theft Auto style game in 3D for the Game Boy Advance. We'll see what that means. We'll see what that amounts to as we get into the game. But I have not heard good things about this one, which means that it's great for us. Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good compression on that little... Oh, no. I can count the blocks. I can count the compression.
Yeah. I hope like Twitch encoding can deal with this.
Oh, no, I know what's wrong. You watching this, go to the little gear icon. You have it set to 144p right now.
You have it set to
YouTube
72p right now.
Yeah, YouTube automatic is always fucked up with this. Just go ahead and set it to 1080.
Payback. I hear it's a bitch.
What are we even looking at here?
Unreadable.
Why did they think to include this? Why did they let this run so long? They'd have been better off just not having this and just cutting to the game's logo.
So did
Slime Generator says, all right, we got 5 colors, make it work.
Oh, we can watch the intro again if we want.
Look at... That is unreadable. There's no... If you didn't know what this game was called, would you have any idea what this game was called from that?
Oh, there we go. Accelerate, brake, shoot, horn. Alright. Did this come out on other systems before this?
Yeah, clearly it came out on the fucking Amiga based on those joysticks there. Based on your fucking Kempston joystick floating around here.
This is like the visuals that you see a lot of kind of like PS1 haunted games do now.
This might have actually come out on Amiga. I think I remember something. And we get the game started, please.
Yeah, go for it. I'm looking it up.
Oh, unused.
Yes, this did come out on Amiga in 2001.
I can't be Travis. So I'm gonna be
Badvis. Yeah.
Yeah. Europe only release on Amiga in 2001. Go figure, Europe only. But worldwide release on Macintosh in 2003. Did it ever come to PC? No.
What is this? How are you supposed to see that? Go one left again.
Sorry, we had the flash on the camera. Didn't notice it.
All right, well, let's start in Freedom City.
Oh, that is unabashedly Grand Theft Auto.
You don't say. GTA 1 and 2 specifically.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's definitely 3D, okay.
Oh,
there's a fence there.
We've had some weird musical experiences tonight.
Oh, not this phone, apparently.
Hey, what's a GP2X? Because that is apparently the last thing this game was released on in 2010.
So fancy yourself a driver, eh? Head to the concrete area to the south. Go, get there quicker if you drive.
Looking it up, a South Korean exclusive Linux-based handheld video game console was the last to receive this game.
Okay. I just have to pretend I don't see in... The human eye only sees 24 frames per second.
This is built on the principle the human eye only sees at 12 frames per second.
Okay.
Oh.
Now open the crate and pick up the contents. Okay. Change your weapons to fists and press fire. Oh, no.
Alright, so there are guns in this game. I can't believe this.
See, behind the white line.
Oh, okay.
Where you can't see them.
Okay.
It was just designed with a Amiga screen in mind, with like an actual monitor with like vertical resolution as opposed to the GBA.
What kind of shotgun rounds are you using?
Dragon's breath, clearly.
Yeah.
This music is so... It doesn't fit this tone at all.
I would say we've had such the weirdest music tonight.
Okay, and then... Oh!
Okay, too far.
Randy Newman,
sorry,
folks.
whoever was back there. Crippy Bird says saloon-ass music.
Oh, I got points. Nice.
Remember, you gotta get like a million or something.
Oh! Do you notice the grenade knocks me back?
Yes.
I have to keep...
Maybe back up after you.
Yeah, especially if you shortchange it like that.
Yeah, you're hurting yourself a lot. You're down to 2 hearts.
You're bleeding.
Well, I'll go do more missions.
Not too many video games are scored by jam bands. Uh-oh. Okay, you got it.
We go.
Like, this is a technological achievement for this system. This could not be any more disorienting.
Yeah, the camera cuts are so harsh.
you are punished so severely for picking up any speed. The boss wants to check if you're fast enough to be a getaway driver. Get in the limo, parked in the Western car park.
Is it petty of me to say I hate how the text advances?
No,
like
no,
the
absolutely
spurts
not.
It's in, the
Hate
starts
away.
and stops.
I would also switch to the shotgun so you don't blow yourself up if you have to do any shooting.
Yeah. Or your fist.
Okay, they stopped for me. Oh no, how do I get in here?
Well, you
There
can't
you
tell
go.
from this
There
angle.
we go.
It's impossible to see, like, the fences. It's impossible to see the walls.
Information. Drive carefully, because the car will slow down if it is badly damaged. Okay.
Yeah, get
Where is
whatever's
it?
in there.
Ooh,
Oh,
pistol.
sick, another gun. So I think there's an empty slot there, so it might be like an assault rifle or something. Dracozon says, the soundtrack is bopping, but the game is making me legit nauseous. You and us both.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Go!
Oh.
Okay, so I think that... Okay, so if anyone has played Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars on either DS or PSP, there's an option for a certain amount of auto steering, and this game has that, where it will like correct you forward if you're on a road.
Do you
So-
think this is a good thing or a bad thing here?
Well, I would not be getting this far without that. Like, okay, it's not reliable, but like, see there, I didn't straighten out. The game did that for me.
You know, this is making me curious to see what this game looks like on Amiga.
Yeah.
2001 Amiga release.
Probably like homebrew. It was probably just like, you know, obviously not. It's obviously like, you know, it's not some commercially released thing or not like some major publisher game, but you know, the fact that they were hired, that someone paid him to bring this to the Game Boy Advance, good for them. Good for the for Apex Designs, I suppose.
Hey, I won a race somehow. Here's 100 grand.
Man, money ain't worth much in this world.
I'm just gonna read a little bit of the Wikipedia thing on the development, because you're right. It says, it was originally a fan's project to make an Amiga clone of Grand Theft Auto. In the author's own words, every effort has been made to ensure that Payback beats GTA in every way.
As long as we ignore the fact they're up to GTA 3 now, and Vice City.
Alright. I was gonna try and take one of those taxis, but I was too slow.
So you, Johnny, have talked a lot about Grand Theft Auto Advance and said that it was something that we should feature on the show. That Hall of Mirrors. Jesus wept.
Yeah, yeah.
So how does this compare? How does GTA Advance compare to this?
It runs better than this. Oh, there's a taxi.
All right, let's get your smash and drive on.
Oh, okay. Wait, okay, so that arrow there means something completely different.
Do you know how many cities this game has on this version? Take a guess.
4.
Screw it, 20.
Well, right down the middle, 11.
No
Hey.
kidding. I guess the cities aren't particularly large looking at the map here.
This game also has 4-player multiplayer deathmatch, but I don't know if that's in this version or like
There was
a
computer
option on
versions.
the menu.
Yeah. Yeah,
And if
yeah.
it's not 4-player, you know, I'm sure they have like a 2-player mode. I mean, there's definitely multiplayer. I just couldn't tell you offhand. Oh my god, look at that side view on the car. Look at the car like rotating as you go downhill. Color me impressed.
Okay.
go get another taxi. I'm gonna go find another taxi. Hey! Taxi!
Maybe shoot at them. Scare them out of the car.
I don't know if I needed to, but...
Oh, no!
Okay. The problem is, when you reverse and then start going forward... Yeah, God, it's really hard to describe what's going on with the steering there. Something goes completely wrong. It, like, takes your forward steering momentum. Okay, we got... How many more missions?
That's what I was going to say. I'm saying, I want to quick save this. And then I want you to back out of this. I want you to get back to the main menu. Oh!
Yeah.
That's the flashbang. Forget about what they had in kill.switch. This is... Single player rampage. Do they let you change stages here? Yeah. The killing zone. Ela Nublar? Like from Jurassic Park?
Mm-hmm.
Might as well.
Please tell me you get to shoot dinosaurs in this.
Are you on the roof?
Yeah, I am.
What?
Did anyone catch that?
It began in Africa.
Yeah, that's what I thought it said.
Oh! Yeah, I think that sample's been used, okay, before. So what am I rampaging exactly?
Jesus wept!
Yeah.
Wanted to beat GTA in every way.
This is buck fucking wild.
Let me...
I'm guessing this is an M-rated game.
This was an M-rated game. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Not many of those on Game Boy Advance.
Here's the thing. It was rated by the ESRB. I'm on their site looking at it, but according to Wikipedia, did not officially release in North America.
Yeah, this is a European ROM.
Yeah, it's a Peggy.
Yeah, this may have been too much for Nintendo of America's sensibilities. To look at it. Flamethrower.
Got a flamethrower, grenades.
The cup runneth over.
Is that just a bed?
Rest up.
Right.
I want to see the flamethrower.
Oh, right, yeah, there is a wanted. I was trying to figure that out. That's the top thing,
What?
I think.
You committed 10 murder ones, 9 firearms offenses, 2 counts of criminal damage, and 1 count of GBH.
Game Boy homebrew.
Oh, and now I'm here. Okay, while I'm here, next to whatever these are supposed to be.
Temples.
Is this... Okay, I guess the arrow's just telling me where north is. Okay, I am curious.
Beat GTA every way. You can swim, baby. Well.
Oh.
No.
Okay, never mind. To a point.
Yeah.
Chip Chelios asks, are the Doom 1 and 2 GBA ports good? I know they cost a lot now. Let's just say there's better ways to play Doom in this day and age.
Yeah.
And maybe save yourself a couple bucks.
No, on it, like, for the time, they were some of the better, like, home versions.
Well, I think 1 is okay and 1 is less okay. I think they're both playable, but I think they both had different developers behind them. I think David S. Palmer Productions be responsible for one of them. Steal the cop car.
Let's see if I can.
What are they honking at?
Don't run behind me! What are you doing?
Is there no sprint button?
Probably not. Oh! Hey! Do you notice something?
Yeah, the radio. There's interference on the radio in real time.
I guess I'm using like a portable radio. Oh, I took the taxi over somehow. Okay, I want to do one more thing.
And then I kind of want to give this a go, especially because this is our last game of the night.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so you have to hold down A to move.
Oh, yeah, it's very old school Grand Theft Auto, where you control like
B
a car.
is backwards. How do you steal? L.
L, yeah. R is attack, and up and down were swapping weapons. I legit could not figure out those top icons were stars at first. I just thought they were screwheads.
Trying to piss off the cops.
Well, you did have 2 stars for a second, and then they kind of got over it.
You know what? Actually, I like this. Keep running into us. This is fine.
Let me steal your car. Wow, they just don't give a
Look
fuck.
how huge that ice cream truck is. Look at it.
Ice cream bus.
Yeah.
I stole this
now they're
right in
angry.
front of the cops, and they just don't care.
You can tell how European this is with just some of the language and the fact everyone drives on the left side.
Oh,
even in
sick
Freedom
explosion.
City.
Okay, now they care.
Oh, whoa,
Well,
what's
they're-
that big
they're
spinning
not
thing?
coming. What big spinning thing?
Okay, yeah, do a 180 and then go to the left a bit more.
Oh, that's a
Satellite.
satellite radar dish. Just go up there.
Looks like a giant crossbow.
I was hoping I could use it like a turret, but no such luck. The cops are already starting to forget about me.
No object permanence.
Yeah, it's crazy a Game Boy Advance can do this, but like that's not enough. It's definitely not enough.
Alright, let's see a different game mode. R.I.P. Maybe this is why it got banned in North America, is because you can't have
cross.
religious... Yeah, you can't have religious imagery here. And they refuse to compromise on it. Alright, let's see... Los Francos, Corona... Oh, just these 3. You have to unlock the rest of them, I imagine. What is Caught by the Fuzz, Born Slippy? What do these denote?
I think those are like each of the missions, maybe? I don't... Maybe this one's locked.
Alright, let's just see. I want to see the kill box. I want to try to do combat.
Yeah.
It just
This
looks
song-
like it's pretty simple.
That's him, Stab. I keep thinking it's going to go into that remix of the Jason Nellis remix of It's Like That by Run DMC.
Remember the Excess Speedway from from that other fucking game? Well, what if it was its own city minigun? How did you select weapons again?
Up and down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it takes a bit to get used to that.
Man, they're just giving us all the fun toys on this one. All right.
Oh, what a beautiful day in Killbox. Now you're definitely gonna die if you. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Smart.
Oh, and a pistol's a good
Hell
unit.
yeah, the pistol.
That hurt.
Oh, yeah, that's most of your life.
And there's the rest of it. Oh, I was still alive for a second there. Does it respawn the weapons at the top? Where is everyone?
Yeah, that's the problem I had. Like, obviously they couldn't put GTA like 1 or 2 level of civilian models around because it's in full 3D. It would kill. Console would just caught fire probably.
I'm just trying to get the cops' attention. That's really all I'm trying to do here.
We have
Like
to
you're
find
successfully
the answer
pissing
by
them off, but they're
ourselves.
not coming for you.
We have a Say Something Nice from Dracozon.
If you were a fan of the classic GTA games, I think you'd be eating relatively good with this. Huh? Oh, they like one-shotted me. That's fucked up. Only I'm allowed to do that.
It's very goofy and over the top, but the way that gore effect is really fun. Because it's so silly, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be curious what this looks like running, if it runs at a good frame rate on the other systems it came out on.
It's gotta be better than this. All I'm getting are shotguns now. Oh, huh?
Did that track? That looked like it tracked you. Looked like it homed in on you there.
Alright, let's see if we can do something in a vehicle.
Also, considering everything this game's doing, I'm surprised how good the like music quality, like audio-wise, is.
No, Cass, I get the feeling you're enjoying this.
Uh,
The game, not necessarily the murder.
This could stand to be more fun. It could be more dynamic. Certainly, as it stands, it's very basic.
Drive around for a bit, though.
Yeah, the driving is absolutely, unequivocally the worst part of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I picked up a minigun, though. Can I shoot while I'm in the car? No.
Nah. Well, no, I'll give them, with how low the frame rate is, how much you crash into stuff, they seem to have accounted for that, because when I did that race, I didn't, like, blow up or anything, and I won with plenty of time. So, again, they accounted for it.
Oh, it's so hard with the A and B. I can't get used to that.
Does the select button actually do anything?
Well, first of all, let me not die. Let's try this from a safer distance. Select.
Okay, it gives you info.
Rundown, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd probably tell you your objective again if you want to see it.
I mean, I think your objective here is kill, right?
Yeah, this is just rampage. What? The fact that you just die, like, instantaneously, apropos of nothing...
Yeah.
...is pretty rough. Time lapse 4 seconds? 4 minutes?
No, yeah, minutes, yeah.
Are you supposed to keep that... Is that supposed to be sustainable for upwards of over an hour? Has anyone ever, at least on this version of the game, kept a kill streak going for that long? Some sicko out there. I think that's gonna do it. I think we have been paid in full on Payback. Interesting note to end on. Ambitious note to end on. But is it the best thing we played tonight? That is up to our panel to decide. Here we are. I want to try doing this on this screen rather than on the epilogue screen. So while I rescale ourselves on here, Charky.
Yes.
Best of the night in your books.
Let me think. Best of the night.
There we go.
Even though it's the one that I suggested we do for this, I think it might be Smashing Drive. That might be more based on its potential than how it's pulled off. But I kind of wanted to say Kill Switch. Because Kill Switch seemed very kind of playable. But I think the ammo economy in that game was so bad that I can't say that. Smashing Drive is just...
It's fun.
I don't know. It's fun. It's fun enough. It makes me want to play the better version of the game.
And that counts for something. Yeah, I think that's a fair choice. Your worst of the nights?
I think it's got to be Star Wars Flight of the Falcon. That seemed miserable. It seemed like it was so like unfair to the player. Like if you die like real far into a very, 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 very long level and you have to start over, that is like miserable. That is beyond the pale.
Johnny. Best and worst.
Yeah. I think I agree with Chucky on Smashing Drive. Just, like the fact it replicates so much of what I understand like the console version to be. And even because, we saw even with the frame rate, like, no, it can get a lot worse than that. And even with that frame rate, it seemed, actually playable, surprisingly, as well. Some of the ones that like ran smoother were more unplayable or more boring. This might be a hot take, but I might say for worse for me was Monster Trucks. Because even if it was like more fair, like you could win races relatively easy, it didn't make playing it actually like that wasn't a positive really, because it was just, oh, this game runs so slow. You have so little control because it's only reading your inputs like like 5 times a second, and like how much you knock over and how little control you have over everything, that you just end up not feeling like you've done anything. So it's like, yeah, I would put Flight of the Falcon pretty close to it, but just the abysmal state of like monster trucks where it runs so slow with that, voxel geometry stuff they're doing, that they have to take out so much to make it so you can even get through the game. I think that's the worst one for me.
I think that's fair, which I guess brings it back around to me. I'm of two minds on this one. For me, I know maybe a bit of a cop-out, but I'm going to go with a tie. I think there were two games tonight that stood out to me as being the most video game. I think content is important. I think a variety of things to do counts for a lot. And so for me, it is a tie between Smashing Drive and Kill Switch. Now, that's not to say that Kill Switch was great by any stretch of the imagination, but it was substantive. It felt like someone who was looking for a shooter game would be decently served by that. And Smashing Drive just had so much going on, so much going for it. It had other game modes in it as well that we didn't fully explore. So even though it is like you're locked in the car, unlike a Payback where you can get in and out of it, it just seemed like there were so many different routes that you could really get a lot out of replaying those levels and learning the fastest route through them. I could see someone really committing to learning that game in a way that you can't really learn, like a Monster Trucks or what have you, right? That there is some depth to the driving in a Smashing Drive. For worst of the night, I know you both picked, or did you both pick Flight of the Falcon?
No, I picked Monster Trucks.
Okay, you picked that's right, that is correct.
And I picked Flight of the Falcon.
I'm gonna go with Ozzy Drix. I think that thing was, I know I wrote the article on Flight of the Falcon and I was not flattering to it, but that Ozzy Drix is like particularly wretched to me.
You know why I didn't pick Ozzy Drix? It had checkpoints.
That's fair, but the fact that it is technically a 2D platform where you can miss shots.
Yeah.
That's bad.
The more I think about it, the more I do kind of wonder if I would put that worse. It would be close though between that and Monster Trucks.
It's definitely one of the worst platformers I've ever played, and I don't like platformers on the best of days, and so I think that this has to count for something. What does it count for? Who's to say? What dubious distinction does it hold, being the worst of the night here on the Bad Game Hall of Fame? That's up for you to interpret and decide, I suppose, dear viewer. But that will do it for our program tonight. There are still more 3D GBA games to be played. I think this series is going to have to go to an episode 3. I think we're going to have to come back and tackle some more games.
We'll finally get to the third D.
I think that was a interesting slice, even if most of the games here were driving games. I can tell you that for the third episode, I already have the games scoped out, and only half of them are driving games in the last couple years that we're going to be covering, 2005 and 2006. So look forward to that, I suppose. But fascinating series. Glad we have started on this adventure and are committed to bringing it to a close sometime in the future. Who's to say when? Sometime soon. Stay tuned, folks. Stay subscribed. Stay following. And hey, if you like what you saw here tonight, consider financially supporting the show, why don't you? You can pledge on Patreon, subscribe on Twitch, or become a member on YouTube. Doing any or all of the above will grant you access to the Patreon Saints channel on our Discord server, which now has a spiffy new invite link. Look at that, discord.gg/bghof. a vanity URL to invite you to the server. And you can also click through on that even if you're not a paying subscriber. That's still open to the public at large, obviously, and we'd love to have you. If you can't financially support us, we completely understand. Consider sharing around our suggested viewing playlist on the YouTube front. 20 handpicked episodes that we think make for great onboarding onto the show in the series. Alternatively, we have a podcast, podcast.badgamehalloffame.com, if someone can type out a quick link to that one. I don't want the clickety-clacky to the keyboard as I deliver my ending spiel here. We're recording our next episode tomorrow. That would be the 5th of January. We're recording on the 4th today. There's still time to submit questions to the podcast if you're listening to this on Twitch. Podcast@badgamehalloffame.com that we can answer on the air. And if you make it a little late, if you're listening to this late, there'll always be the next episode. We're going to keep doing this thing. We're going to keep recording this podcast thing. And we thank you for considering tuning in to it. Failing all that, just sharing scattered episodes with folk, tuning in on its own, showing up in chat, just turning out for these things in general. We appreciate it. From us here at the Bad Game Hall of Fame, thank you. As we launch our endeavors in the new year, what do we have coming up on the itinerary? Tuesday, do we have anything
not yet.
Locked out yet? Not yet. We'll figure out something. We will certainly figure out something for Tuesday coming up. I can tell you that Thursday we'll see, hopefully, the conclusion of Malice, our patron-voted playthrough du jour of the moment. And then Saturday will be some sort of theme night, some sort of variety night. Maybe even, I'm going to call a shot here. What if we did a fight night this coming Saturday?
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. We're committed to it now, unless I change my mind.
I was thinking about Tuesday, but we do it Saturday.
Oh, you know what? Swap it out on the fly. This Tuesday coming up, Tuesday 7th, we're doing fight night. Then Saturday we'll come up with some other theme night. That's good thinking, Sharky. I like the way you think. So look forward to it, folks. That leaves us little else to do on this end other than to raid another channel here on Twitch. Hey, what do you know? Wayne Radio TV is playing Drake of the 99 Dragons at the moment. This is probably self-sabotage to do this. We have a streaming event that we're going to participate in sometime soon, where one of the games we were looking to play is Drake of the 99 Dragons for ourselves. But I'll say this as we raid Wayne, who is good people, obviously, and a fascinating game. Y'all should definitely check out Drake of the 99 Dragons, and then check it out when we play it sometime soon in the coming weeks. Where we will probably get into a little bit more depth than I reckon Wayne will in the course of his stream.
I don't think Wayne probably did not open with a 40-minute long history section. So,
but we will, because I wrote the damn article. I'm the president of the Drake of the 99 Dragons fan club. I still hold that credit to my name, and the only member of it too. But maybe we'll have some converts in the weeks to come. So yes, we will send folk that away. Please let them know the Bad Game Hall of Fame sent you. And again, that will do it for us here. That'll do it for the GBA in 3D stream part due. I have been Payback Cass.
I've been Z-Axis Charky.
And I've been the person who didn't get to see Axis in time, Johnny Backhead.
Thank you again, folk, for tuning on in. And until next time, bye!
Good night, everybody.
See ya.